we're probably it's probably time. It is time. Inspector Bruce, Les LeSabre pop in both at the same time.
The time has arrived. We are live. I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things. I'm here with Buff Del Campo, your host and namesake of the channel you have found, and we are here to entertain you for the next several hours, although we're actually here to, construct a hinge, maybe two,
and
work on the Del Campomino project.
The last live, we were working on this thing, and it still isn't quite right. Kim says we got to tweak it a little more.
I think it is.
Hey, Mexican Spec.
We were struggling last time, and it got cold.
I got
It just
cold.
wasn't going, and we were fussing, and it was like, we have to be done. We got to be done.
Kim came up here and cut wood stuff a little while ago. It's 73 degrees in here. It's comfortable
and
right
warming.
Now.
Yes.
So what? You brought that other heater up, the electric heater?
I got the little electric heater going. Yeah.
Oh, that's normally right in the doorway in the bathroom. It's normally in the way. And I went in the bathroom before I came up here. It's like, what's all this room? Oh yeah, no heater.
You don't have to trip over.
You don't have to trip over the heater. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
our central heating, it works, but that's where the mice live, so it doesn't really smell very good.
I thought we got that problem fixed.
And it's expensive, and the wiring is messed up. I don't know. Our central heating is busted. And
our
house
central
isn't
heating
fixing anymore.
Sucks.
So we're just gonna live here till we grow old and die. Just let it go. Or if we win a lottery, maybe we'll
win the lottery.
Yes.
Somebody will leave us like $1 million super chat. YouTube would like to send because they get 30% of it.
They would like us better. That's true.
Mexican Spec earlier, I forgot about him, and then I go look at my screen and I go, "Oh, Mexican Spec's on." So I click. About 20 minutes into his live, and he was showing some good cars. He was showing.
Mexican Spec's been live like every day.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he's live today.
What's going on, Mexican Spec?
Today he's supposed to be live.
Are you trying to hit your view hours or something like that? Are you doing a big push?
He did. He had some good cars there. He had a red Fairmont box top 2-door.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool looking.
Main Street Mopar's here. Welcome in.
Main Street Mopar. Luis is here. But it had a V6 in it, so I don't really like that engine.
Bruce and Lester. Wow, everybody's here already. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in.
Oh, yeah,
getting here on time. That's always very, I appreciate that. I respect that. Everybody who is already here and saying hello, you all get 3 points. Thank you so much for being prompt. It gets the stream going. Hopefully we're out there for people to see.
And then
we were trying things that didn't work. Well, Mexican Spec, sometimes that's how you learn.
And then he showed.
Yeah.
I kind of like the bright red cars. He showed a Chevy Celebrity that was a 2-door and V6 manual transmission. Pretty cool. I like that. Luis, I had Burger King for dinner. What'd you have at Burger King? I know what my favorite thing is. It's a Whopper with cheese. But, man, you start getting old, eat too many of those, you just gain weight like crazy. I can't do that anymore. They're so good, though.
Dean Stevenson says, it's okay to be provisionally unhinged. I've been watching JB do the same thing.
JB.
Yeah, JB. Well, JB, sometimes
Which JB?
You have to fall apart before you can put yourself back together. And I think he's talking about JB's Little Shop.
Oh, yeah.
And I only wish the best for JB. I don't know how I feel about this exact moment where he's at. I know he's whatever he's got to do. Whatever he's got to do. I am the last person who deserves to judge somebody on one moment, one video, one rant, because I'm messed up and I've had my moments. So I'm not the one. If somebody else wants to make a thing about it, that's on them, but I'm not going to do it.
Board rules. looking at my phone right now. Did you get a link in a text? I did. That means I'll probably have to watch it on my phone. Whatever it is, I'm not going to do it right now.
Mexican Spec says Danny Thompson is the name of the guy importing cars into New Zealand. Oh, he's doing door hinges. That's why you said unhinged. Oh, see, I was completely off topic and didn't even know.
See, Dean
Mr.
Stevenson,
Shipyard is here.
Dean Stevenson always sort of encrypts everything by.
I know, cut it out, Dean.
By being a little silly, and then sometimes it goes over my head. Sometimes I get it.
And it is still getting warmer.
OBS Shipyard's here.
Hello, Mr. Twisted Mopar.
We're saying hello to different people. I guess you got Twisted Mopar. I got OBS.
And Luis.
OBS. What's OBS mean? Omni Bearing Selector. It's a thing on an instrument on an airplane, the OBS. You turn it and put your heading in. And then OBS can also be this software we use.
Open Broadcast Studio.
Open Broadcast Studio.
That is the software
there's still lots of OBS.
We should have kept that secret. Now everybody else can use it, and we have to compete with them.
Well, you still got it. I mean, it doesn't just automatically do all this stuff. You got to set it like what we have up there in the studio. You got a lot of setup up there that's really cool stuff.
Yeah, but pretty much the people who do this stuff, they can work, they can sort it out. They know. But it took me years to figure out all this software, and you know how many expensive cameras I've bought that just would not do the work of the live streaming that we needed?
Our blessed shed.
Ah, yes.
You've
told us that before.
Omni Bearing Selector, and whatever this studio is.
Did he say his name is Jim?
I think he said his name was Jim.
See, even when I learn people's names, I hate to call them by name because then people who are only reading the chat and don't know the names get confused.
Right. I hear people do it. Well, Mexican Spec does it because he knows a lot of people by their first names.
Yeah.
And then he calls by the first name, and I'm like, which person's that? And sometimes I don't know. Hey, Faith's here. Good evening. Dean Stevenson says, because he's unhinged.
I mean, I guess.
Mexican Spec says, to be fair, Kim, Mrs. Spec found the software without knowing you used it. So it just took Kim telling her to use it.
Well, I have confirmed that it is. I mean, it's not a secret software. I mean, it is the, it's the one. But, without trying it, without installing it and testing it, you wouldn't necessarily know.
OBS Shipyard says, Jim is right. We are correct. It's Jim.
Yeah. We're learning a little at a time.
See, like Luis and Faith, I can call them by their first name because it's there. And then Twisted, I'm sure when he was born, his mom didn't. But when are you gonna name the baby? And she looked down with Twisted Mopar.
No,
is that on your birth certificate?
Knew right away. Faith is going to go to college this fall. That's fantastic to hear, Faith.
And Daniel Morrissey.
Congratulations.
Daniel Morrissey's here.
I read his name, but yeah.
You know what I forgot?
Tim is back. He had some dinner.
Oh, that's right. He put something in earlier that he was going to eat or something. Mexican Spec said he's having spaghetti. I thought about making some spaghetti and bringing it up here.
Spaghetti, that's not Mexican.
So we can eat. You know what? It is. Anything you eat in Mexico, it's Mexican food.
It's Mexican food. That's okay. That's not true. You tell stories.
What is that?
Anybody who was here, it's a piece of metal.
That's a sharp thing.
It's a shard. A large shard. Anybody who was here on Thursday knows that we brought out the 20-ton press because we're trying to make some hinges, and I will get one of the pieces.
We were making this thing.
We're trying to make tailgate hinges.
Twisted Mopar. My mom named me after Dennis the Menace. My middle name is Wayne, after John Wayne.
John Wayne. So this part here mounts onto the back of the car. There's a nice flat spot here. We have bolts drilled on the other one, which I didn't. Holes drilled on the other one. Anyways, it mounts flat and sticks out the back, right? And then this plate will be bolted to it and rotate. And the one of the important elements is that these two
They don't collide.
Right? And then this part mounts to the tailgate. And we're going to have to make modifications to the tailgate panel. See, it doesn't look so bad on this one.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so it might be okay.
Yeah, I don't know what, but I want to make sure it also works.
If you flip it over like this, it definitely don't work.
No.
So maybe that was what I did. I may have tried it wrong.
Put it together backwards.
I did. I put it together.
When you put it together backwards, a lot of times it doesn't work. Anything.
Okay. Well, we might just need to make another one of these because we got to have two, and then we can fit the tailgate in there.
Sayers here. He says that's a very depressing background. So I didn't get it at first, but now I get it.
Depressing?
Well,
impressing?
Compressing.
No, it's an impressive background.
Impressive background. Yeah, it's not depressing, it's impressive.
Not depressing at all. How will it latch? Hood pins. We're going to put hood pins
here. I look to the moon and wonder, is the moon flat also? No, we know the moon's not flat. And it's round, and we know the Earth is round because we know it is. But clearly, when you look at the sun, it's flat. I'm not a flat earther, but I'm a flat sunner.
It is flat. It's just a pretty.
You know where the aliens come from? There's another Earth on the other side of the sun, and it rotates like this, and we never see that other Earth.
Yeah.
And they fly over here.
Yeah. There's no aliens. There's time travel, interdimensional, extra-dimensional time travelers. No, aliens is silly. Why would they come here? And it's a long way. But time travel makes perfect sense. They're already here.
What is Granddad's
They're
junk?
just in an alternate dimension.
Read what Granddad's junk. Maybe you'll make sense out of it.
Granddad's junk says.
I didn't make sense. How will it latch? Well, first, I'm going to answer this. How will it latch? You know what I'm going to do? Remember the old pickup trucks, like from the 50s and earlier? They had like a hook that went into two things that had a hole drilled in them. So you put the tailgate in, you put the hook in. When you put the tailgate down, well, you unhook it, put the tailgate down, and you put the chain in there, and the tailgate's level. That's my plan.
There you go.
1956.
Granddad Junk says he wants to nail that stag eating all the grapevines in Kim's greenhouse. I translated from he's not in Australia. He's in New Zealand, isn't he?
I think so.
What do they call New Zealand speak?
I don't know. Kiwi.
I converted from Kiwi into Appalachian.
Luis is looking at.
You had some pictures you wanted to show.
Episode. Oh yeah. He's looking at 78 F-154. The lizard people.
There are no lizard people.
Sayer says the Earth is shaped like a hot dog. I approve. Man, one of my kids he was in college. You know, he's a physics major. Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
And they're doing orbital dynamics and stuff. So he's got an assignment that there's a planet shaped like a donut, and how the orbit would work on that. And I'm looking at it and go, there would never be a planet shaped like a donut. That's not going to happen. And I explained to him why, and he goes, I know, but this is the assignment. I go, that's a stupid assignment. But he had to do this assignment. I don't know how that ever came out.
Barrow says one day we'll land a man on the sun, so long as we go at night.
Yes. Who said that?
Perfect sense, Barrows.
Oh, Barrows is
You missed your calling as an astronautical science physicist.
LBS is Soylent Green. You remember Soylent Green?
Soylent Green is people.
You know what? There's actually a drink you can buy. Go look on
there is a drink.
Amazon that's called Soylent Green, and you can buy it. But I don't know what it's made out of. For those who don't know, in 1905, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt gifted 18 to 20 North American PT elk to New Zealand, which released into Fiordland National Park to establish a herd.
Oh, really?
Oh man, it's like that's what you do. Introduce a non-native
An
species.
invasive species.
How did that work out?
Isn't that what happened in Australia with the bunny rabbits?
I don't know.
I heard that they were terrible. They had to put in fences and all kinds of stuff to try and. Twisted Mopar says perhaps during an eclipse we could go.
Why is moon glow colder than the shadows? Glow colder than the shadows at night. Sure. Maybe we can go on an eclipse.
Sayer says they did find a moon shaped like a donut.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It'd have to be awful darn small. Because once you get a big body,
they found it.
The gravity,
law enforcement
eventually will make it round. And the Earth is still, that's why you have earthquakes and everything, because everything's still moving. Still trying to make itself perfectly round. Tim says now we have pet snakes in the Everglades. What's buzzing on my phone?
Oh, yeah, we do. Pythons in the Everglades.
Who's trying to get a hold of us?
I don't know. Dean says it's thought the last were seen in 57, but I'll bet they're out poking around Granddad's verticulture. Perhaps.
I see what it is. Oh, man, it's a red one. Oh, I got to show you about what Mexican Spec just sent me. I got to get it. It's just one of my favorite cars. Yeah, I've seen this before. I don't know. Can anybody see that?
They can see it.
It's a yeah, but it's Ford. It's reflecting. Oh, there's our camera. It's a Ford Ka.
Yuck.
Or cat.
They're asking about the cap on the bed of the Ute in the thumbnail.
He says it's a right-hand drive. Selling it. My buddy is selling it. He's got it in Tennessee. Oh my God! Why don't I have any money? I'd love to have that car. I don't know, a right-hand drive though.
Why? What do we need another car?
Oh, this is such a nice little car, and they get about 50 miles a gallon.
Hey, John Wilburn.
John Wilburn's here.
They're asking about the cap. You had a whole slideshow you wanted to show them of pictures of the cap.
Okay, now I got to go to. This is going to take me a minute to get this straightened out.
Got it. You get
well,
to.
no, I got to mess with some buttons here, and they might get a blank screen. They did.
Go to window capture.
Window capture.
Now you can go over, up, 4 lines. There you go, and then
that one.
Yeah. Now you can drag it over.
How do I drag it?
Click and pull.
It's too big now. Okay, now I gotta go fix it. Now you gotta
resize.
I gotta fix it.
Oh.
So what do I do here? I gotta get
scroll.
Then why is it over there?
I don't know. Just
I'm struggling.
Go back the other street.
I'm struggling with it. Nope, it doesn't want to do that.
It's okay.
It doesn't want to do that.
Oh, Ford has a Burlock. Drag that way. Drag that way. There it is.
Okay, that's the one I had in the.
He designed it with side.
That's the one that I had on the thumbnail. But then I got to look at the other ones. So now everybody want to get a good laugh. Does everybody want to get a good laugh?
He thinks he's funny. He has creative funniness.
How do I move this around? Oh, I know there's a way to do this. It won't do.
Well, you're in Paint, aren't you? Or are you in the viewer?
I'm in the viewer. I'm just going to start over. Okay, that's a.
They can't.
But it doesn't show up.
Well, that's because you're in the viewer. You have to go down. Window. Do you want me to do it?
No, it's just it's software that I don't understand, so I gotta fuss around with it and try to get it right. You're gonna grab them. It's
gonna be too big, and I can't.
You're gonna grab the mouse out of my hand.
Yeah, because you're struggling.
Okay, there. Okay, so that's actually a sedan delivery. Kim still got the controls, so okay, I can deal with it from there. I understand how to deal
Now you
with
can
it.
see both windows.
Okay, so now there should be an arrow. There is an arrow. Okay, that's actually the station wagon that they call a Safari in Australia, which we never got one of those here. Oops, and that's when I put some. That's the one I wanted. That's the cap with a Pentastar window, and then I wanted to get the laugh on this one, but I showed it first accidentally. And then that's the cap with too many of those. I don't know. The reason I'd want to do this is so when I turn around, like you're at a stop sign, a little bit of an angle, you got to see the road.
We gotta put truck mirrors on it.
But still, you know when you come up to a stop sign at an angle, and you got to look back like this, but like in a van, it blocks. But like my van has windows there, and your van has windows there, so you can see.
I like that.
But I've driven many vans that don't have any windows, and then what happens is
They said it can't be from Australia. What'd you do that for?
What can't be from Australia?
What'd you do that for? Go back. Put it back down. There you go.
What can't be from Australia?
I don't know. Mexican spec says it can't be from Australia.
This?
I don't know what
No, I'm asking Mexican spec, not you. I'm asking him. This isn't from Australia. This is a Ute, which should be like from Australia, but it's a cap, a camper shell, whatever you want to call it. If you're out west, it's a camper shell. If you're in the east, it's a cap.
Granddad Junk wants to know why they haven't invented anti-gravity.
Well, that's how airplanes work, isn't it? Oh, and there's the one that is terrible.
You showed that, didn't you?
I know. I'm trying to click to where I'm trying to go. That's from Australia. What's he say here? That car has the Chrysler emblem on the right fender. They out that on the pass. They out that. What's he trying to say?
See this little thing?
I know exactly what he's talking about, but the pictures of the ones from Australia.
Well, he says that's not the. Well.
Oh, I know why.
Because this is the driver's side.
I flipped the picture because I wanted it to go that direction. I think that's why. I think I did flip the picture to the other side because this has the driver's side mirror on it and everything. I don't know, maybe not because that would be from Australia. I have no idea. Oh, Mexican spec says they put that on the passenger side. Well, did they? I mean, they did in the U.S. Where did they put that in Australia? I really don't know. I don't know.
It's because he mirrored the picture.
I don't remember if I mirrored it. And that would have been if we did a sedan delivery. That's a lot of work. We're already doing this. No, oops, that's something. That's a picture from the past. Yeah, what I'd like to do is that, or without that side window, but I don't know.
Wait a minute. Now,
I'm putting that back.
Ford was going to ask us a science question, but he never asked.
Oh, what's the science question? I know, I got paying attention to this instead of that.
He never asked. I don't know. Tim said they did have anti-gravity, but they lost it because it floated away.
It went away. That I understand.
It went, and they were like, whoa, well, that worked.
Spec says, how about a Landau bow? Then it's going to look like a hearse. They won't have to paint it black. Put a giant Landau bow on it. Mexican spec would like it then, especially we could raise the top up a little bit, that giant Landau bow on it. He'd want to come up here and get it. He likes those things. You know, to do that right, Mexican spec, we should get like a Plymouth Fury, like about a 73 or so, and make a high top thing. That's what it goes exactly. Yeah, I'm not into hearses so much. I don't know. They're all right, I guess, but it's not really the car I want. You know, here's a guy.
We could buy new cars and start building hearses, custom hearses.
Here's Here's the. Oh, Dean Stevenson said it's on the same side. So did they put the did they put that little Pentastar emblem on the passenger side in New Zealand or Australia, or did they put it on the same side as the U.S., which would mean it'd be the driver's side down there?
I mean, it's a bit small for a hearse. Like just sitting beside it in real life, it's small.
Mexican Spec says, drive an old hearse, Buff. You'll want all of them. Yeah, but I don't, because I've got to drive the cars I have, and driving a hearse around, it's going to be huge. I'm not going to fit it in the garage to begin with to work on it. Older car, I'm going to have to work on it. And then, drive it up the grocery store. I suppose I could back up to the grocery store, look like I'm doing some business there. Everybody get out of my way. I'm going to let that go, but I'm going to try to go back to this. Okay, now we're back to this.
We're back. I'm going to check on the fire.
Check the fire.
We're plenty warm, but I just want to make sure it's
it's come up another degree in here.
Yeah, but I don't.
I think
I know how cold it's getting outside.
I don't think I brought any of my drink powder up here.
You're out of drink powder?
No, I'm not out. I think I just didn't bring it up.
It cooled off a lot.
It cooled off a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like an old hearse, it'd probably be a nice cruiser down the interstate or something, but it's kind of big. Oh, and Dean says, Ken's running a chainsaw. Dean says they're always on the lower right side. No matter what end of the earth they're on, they're always on the lower right side. Okay, so that is correct.
I mean, we need to show them how easy it is to mirror a picture. Like Dubster, he's always backwards from reality.
Ford Rule says, "Okay, my turn, Buck. What's your turn? Why are names difficult to retrieve?" He asked, but I don't understand what he's asking. Why are names difficult to retrieve? You mean out of my brain? Because I can't remember names.
It's a specific brain function.
I don't know why he's saying, "Okay, my turn," in caps.
He was being patient.
With a exclamation point. What did I miss?
I'll be right back.
Okay, Kim's leaving. She says she'll be right back. Dean Stevenson, in Australia, they jaywalk. Yeah, that's how Russia was, too. Russia, they didn't even know what the traffic signals meant. The people I met, of course, I've been almost 30 years since I was in Russia, but there were so few cars, and most everybody was a pedestrian, but there were some cars. People just crossed against red lights and stuff, and cars would come up, and I had somebody pull up to me and kind of nudge me with their bumper, like, get out of the way. And because they never learned the traffic rules. They didn't know what the lights meant. Ford Rules. Have you ever seen a demo of faster than speed of light? Oh, that. I saw that come through up there, and it's just like, no, I sort of skipped over it because I don't know. No, I haven't seen that. Dean Stevenson says, a hearse. It's a great vehicle for a final drive. Now, faster than the speed of light, I don't know. I don't quite understand it.
Why would you want to go faster than light? Where do you got to go so fast? Hey,
it's all relative.
1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower.
So if you got a galaxy that's spinning like this, and you got another galaxy that's spinning like this, they're getting close to each other. Couldn't the two things relative to each other be faster than the speed of light? Because he saw it proven on Nova PBS. Oh, then we know it's true.
Well, Nova on PBS is true. Those liberals!
I like
nothing they said.
I like Novas. I like Novas in the Chevrolet showroom back in the late '60s. Oh, Kim's moving the tailgate. She's getting ready for serious business here. Who is Rob Paulson? Luis is saying Rob Paulson. Oh. Man. What was this? No, it was quantum tunneling. German scientist.
Well, all of you know, I was up here an hour early doing some tidying, so we didn't have to swear while we were trying to walk in a space that's overfilled.
Daniel Morrissey says, yes, demonstrations show objects going across the moon that make it look like it's faster than the speed of light. Nothing is faster than the speed of light.
You're telling me that in that quantum particle accelerator, they can't make stuff go faster than light yet?
I'm not sure we're going to solve any of this here. I'm still thinking about hinges.
Yeah, right. We're trying to build a hinge.
I'm trying to build a hinge. They want me to solve speed of light problems.
On a what? How old is this car?
Well, he says they proved it with an oscilloscope. This car is what is it, 54 years old? 54 years old. Dean Stevens says, see Mark Baker's AP5 and AP6 videos. The Pentastar was on the right. Okay. So according to Dean, they were always on the right no matter where the car was built.
Came from.
So down under they were on the driver's side, and up here they were on the passenger side.
I think not.
So
you know why that is?
Mexicans.
Because there's a hole in the fender, and they have to...
Yeah, the hole is already in the fender. Mexican spec. So where'd that Ford Ka come from? Josh Holman's here. Good evening. Leslie Saber says, faster than the speed of a hinge. And then Dean Stevenson says, hinge problems are more difficult in his experience.
What, than the speed of light?
Okay. You know why hinge problems are harder to solve than the speed of light problems? Because the speed of light problems are all theory. And the hinge is reality.
Reality's rough.
Oh, the Ford Ka came from Japan. That wouldn't have even crossed my mind. It sure could have been. Mm-hmm. And then Tim's got the real good question here. If you go faster than the speed of light, how will they email you a speeding ticket? Go the other way around the world.
Don't worry,
Collide.
They have drones that can mail you. Your car's speedometer is hooked to the computer, and the computer has an uplink that will knows.
Let's see.
Do cars snitch on people yet?
Oh yeah, the new 26 cars snitch on people.
Man.
Yeah, it was in the. What was that bill? It was that bill. Well, in the U.S. anyway.
Buried in that law.
That bill, the infrastructure bill, that they have all these spy things in your car now, and they listen to everything you say, and it gets recorded somewhere. I don't know. I was kind of upset with that, and then my son pointed out to me that we all carry around phones where it's listening to you all the time. So, what difference does it make? Let's see. And then Ford Rule says, "Have you seen a Volvo 240 trunk hitch?" I don't know. I may have a one or another, but I didn't really think too much about it. I wasn't really thinking about hinges at the time, probably. Daniel Morrissey, nothing with mass can go faster than the speed of light. Not even a particle accelerator, Kim. What if you're accelerating them in opposite directions? What about the speed between the two of them? See, that's what I don't understand. That's
speed.
Yeah,
everything's moving. How can you actually?
Well, then there's the theory of relativity and all that stuff, and I'm lost.
Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, we're all moving fast.
Gene Stevenson says because hinge problems are real, and they're never going to go anywhere near the speed of light. They might go, like this fast, and out whatever that radius is. That's where the speed will be measured. OBS's car's been snitching for 10 years. Yeah, I think it got worse, though. George Daly, they may be able to shut your car off, too. Yeah. Yeah, I knew a guy that had a Corvette, and this was quite a few years ago. That's when I was still living in Ohio, so that was 2006. That was 20 years ago. And he had some problem with his Corvette. Something broke, like the transmission or the rear end or something. And he had it back to the dealer. And they fixed it on warranty, but they told him when it broke, they said the back wheels were going 100 miles an hour faster than the front wheels. And if he did that again, they weren't going to fix it under warranty. So they already knew that.
Yep, they were logging everything you do back then. Just now they're allowed to. But do you think that when you buy a car, they'll give you that information?
People in Europe are buying GPS jammers. Oh, that's bad.
See, that'll be a crime.
I think it is here because there's trucks. There's truck drivers are doing that because their companies are monitoring where they go by GPS.
Yeah,
so they.
That will be a crime.
Yeah, OBS says no snitching with manual and points. Yeah, it's kind of how this car is.
Yeah, but they will get.
This car has points.
See, in some states, they are going to force you to have a device attached to the car. And since it doesn't need to actually hook into the engine or anything like that anymore, because it can just use GPS to track your speed, like you'll have to have that. It'll be required. Well, and if they catch you operating a vehicle that's not affixed with one of those, then they'll be mad. And they'll probably force you to have that registered, and then they'll force you to have that hooked to your ignition. So if they need to shut the vehicle down, they can do that. And if you don't do that, it won't pass inspection, and you won't be able to get registration.
Glad I live in Tennessee.
Tennessee, that is going to lag farther behind because there's no inspections here. But
and if I had something like that, I would have. I'd be telling them. See, they'd be tracking that down the river, and I'd just tell them that it fell in the river. Say, look at this guy. He's driving his car down the river, and they go find it like down by Nashville somewhere in the river. And they'd say, oh, it fell out into the river.
Well, yeah, but you'll have to get it replaced. Just like those people who have their
too much drinking
breathalyzer thing hooked to their car. If you get caught operating the vehicle without that all working, then that's exactly what they want. Then they can fine you.
Yeah, and George Daly goes, they'll outlaw old cars. They're trying to do that already in some places.
But see, the half measure that keeps them from outlawing cars is you'll be able to install these equipment that update your old car to do all the stuff that we don't want. And then they'll say, well, it's okay as long as you have this, that, and the other thing. But only in states that are already quite oppressive in those ways.
Daniel Morrissey says the speed of sound is 767 miles an hour. At what altitude? I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench into that real quick. Let's see. Like I said, the law has to catch up with the technology. When you buy a car, you own it and everything inside. You give anybody the right to access it. Oh, that right.
They don't have
that's
right. That's the thing, though. Have you ever bought a car? The contract is like yo thick, and they bury all that stuff in the contract, in legalese and references to other documents, and you either sign on the dotted line or you don't. There's no option to like, I don't want to do that. I want to buy it without all that stuff. You cannot. They won't give it to you. Just like you can't look at the internet without signing a million things. You can't log on to Windows without signing a bunch of stuff. You don't know what's in those documents. It basically says we can spy on you all we want, use your information in any way we please.
Dougster says, have no fear, the Dougster's here. Just got done polishing my aluminum water pump housing, and it's pretty shiny.
Woohoo!
Still some sanding marks, though. But it'll look Marty on the 413. Hey, Kim.
Nice job.
Kim.
What's that?
Can you open the hood on this car and polish my water pump?
That water pump needs replaced.
Oh, didn't I replace that? Oh, it's still in the box? I don't remember if I replaced it.
Remember
I know, I had it, and I painted it and everything, and I don't remember if I put it on. I can't remember if I installed it.
I don't know where it is. I think it's still in the box somewhere.
Oh, if I painted it, it'd still be in the box, or it's on the car. You know, I may not have installed it.
No, this is the old one.
That's the old one. Yeah, it needs a water pump.
What's that?
In a box.
Oh, jeez. We're going to end up buying another one just so we can put it on. Is it maybe on the front seat? Damn it.
Can't find it.
I don't know where it is.
I bet it's. Could it be in the Mopar cabinet?
I don't know. I'll just pray that we find it when it's
Pray
time.
for.
Is that it? Maybe up there. That's a water pump.
AC Delco professional new water. Oh, it very well could be that one.
Let me bring it down.
Nobody can reach that.
Oh. I'm looking at my belly. Okay. Let's see. Is this it? Is this it? Oh, look at that. On command.
Hey, look at this, and it's already painted.
Woo.
I do remember painting it.
You know what?
That is for the slant six that's in this car. I'm going to put it back in the bag.
The other one leaks water at the weep hole.
Yeah,
it came out of a used engine.
That's what happens. Well, it was a gift, and the whole engine was a gift. Well, all the engine parts were a gift.
I mean, it allowed us to assemble the engine and test it out, but, result. What do you think I should do?
At sea level at 68 degrees depends more on temperature.
Temperature?
It depends on air density.
Why are you guys talking about this? Put this in the bar so we can not... At least we'll
see. There's an airspeed needle and there's a Mach needle, and eventually they converge, and then you go by the Mach number, and that's because all that changes with temperature and air density.
Is that like a powerful Mach 5?
Mexican Spec says we rebuild water pumps here.
I don't even think we can get the parts here.
I wanted to do that, but that's the problem. You can't get anything. We'd have to machine all the parts ourselves, make the seals ourselves.
We'd have to have
and I know how to do that, but I don't want to do it. I knew a guy that was making seals for World War II airplanes, like big 4-engine bombers and stuff, and they have all kinds of hydraulic things in there. And he was making the seals for them. And the way he was doing it was he was freezing whatever the material is using, maybe neoprene or something. He was freezing it and machining it while it was still cold enough that he could machine it. And then as it warmed up, it became soft enough that it was a seal. And he had a whole business going with those things.
That's pretty cool.
Josh Holmes says, good evening, and to one and all as well. Granddad Sean, Dougie, and Todd. Good day, brothers. I'm sorry, I'm not even reading this stuff. I should be reading it. Dean Stevenson, I leave my cell phone locked up at work with the data turned off. It's great. Mrs. Ecstasy can't get me. But the people who want to listen to you can listen to you. They go, look at this. It's look at what we're listening inside this closet.
Of course, this is all speculation and conspiracy theories about.
Well, I know that when you talk about something, and the next thing you know, you're getting ads for it. I know they heard that somehow. Somehow that, I don't know if any person hears it, but it triggers some kind of advertising, I guess.
Quad-aught steel wool. Wow, Dougster, you're getting really serious about that. Woo! Quad-aught steel wool. Hey, throw in the other. Let me adjust the camera. Okay. 2 cameras.
Dean Stevenson says, last guy at our work had his cell phone sectioned by the police for 2 years. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. I'm multitasking, so I'm not doing good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
He wasn't at fault, but the truck that crashed into him was at fault. And then I'm like, sectioned. I know what that means. Tim says, that was a great video that John Wilburn put up yesterday before his life. Yeah, I watched that.
What did he do?
It was alternator rebuilding or starter rebuild. I don't remember, some kind of electrical rebuilding. Alternator, I think.
Very cool.
Ford rules. Next spec excluded. There's a guy that can still install his ECU and EFI and crank trigger coil over system. Hook up a battery and start relay. You can start your car without getting in the cabin. Dougster, I have days into polishing this housing. I use 60 grit, 80 grit, 320 grit, 600 grit, 1500 grit, 2000, 3000 grit. I bet there's still some 60 grit marks. And quadruple aught, steel wool. Man. Tim, what you welding?
Hey, will you hand me from the? Can you hand me the side?
Where are they?
They're on the workbench. They've got blue handles. Those ones will work.
These are side cutters.
They'll work.
I hope you know what you're doing.
How about tossing me those gloves too?
These gloves?
Any pair of gloves would be sufficient. Thank you.
Hey, they stayed together.
That's perfect.
Olive's here. Face showing snowflakes, so I guess it's snowing there now by now. Oh, it says, even my old Chromebook, they changed so the microphone won't stay disabled. And I know how to keep that disabled. But there's a wad of cotton and some tape over. Nothing like mechanical defeat devices. There's a whole crew showing up now. Yep, I don't know why. They all just showed up just now. Todd Saw's here.
Welcome in, everybody. We'll do some welding.
It says, Buff Del Capo needs a set of lavalier mics. What are those?
Oh, why you can't hear? We have a set.
We have so many microphones that don't work. we paid a lot of money for them. Well, we struggle with them.
What the hell? I lost my thing.
You lost your thing.
Oh, well. Give up, raw doggy.
So, Faith, does that mean it started snowing up there? I know you're supposed to get a shit ton of snow. That doesn't sound too good. Just started to sound good. Hey, Kim, I need your help.
Help?
I need you to come over here and take the helm. I know, but I have to go somewhere. Hey, Mopar Kate just popped in. Hello, how you doing? Just got a 98 Dodge Ram running today after not running since 2018.
Oh, you got your husband's plan running? Oh, the one that needed a fuel. Oh, great. Hey, that's awesome.
You can.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna grab a radio.
I think Kay had said that they needed to replace the fuel pump, or they already replaced the fuel pump and they had to put it back in the thing, put it back in the tank. No, put the tank back into the truck. And they had the bed off. Did they get the bed back on already? Congratulations. I've got a 99 Dodge Ram with the long bed.
Oh,
I've got a 95 short bed single cab, which is, sporty. And it's got a 318 engine in it. And we had to buy a new fuel pump. Bed's not back on yet. Well, make sure it works good before you put the bed back on so you don't have to do double work. You can drive it around the yard without tail lights. Oh, the man passed away. It was Pa's uncle. Oh, I'm sorry for his loss. But it's nice that you were able to revive his old truck. Yeah, sitting around, if they sit too long, the fuel separates or something, and then it corrodes. And then, see, the pump is submerged in the fuel. So if the fuel goes bad, the pump shorts out electrically or something like that. What engine is the 98 Ram? Well, it's either a Magnum 318 or a Magnum 360. Uh, that was too bright back there, the welding. The camera's pretty far away. Maybe I should. I probably should have some kind of special filter on that camera. That's an expensive camera. Stupid thing. No, you're a good camera. Keep working. This is the best camera for in the shop that we've ever had because it has a full-size HDMI out. Everything else. Mopar K says I'm uploading the video. It's only 7 minutes long, so people can watch it. So Mopar K, this is a heads up on content creation. It is not a criticism. It is an observation of the way things are going. More and more people have dropped cable plans, but they want internet. So more people are using YouTube television on their television at home. And when people sit on their couch at home to watch their television, they don't want to watch shorter videos. They want something that's going to go for an hour, and they're probably not going to be completely focused on it, but they're going to turn it on. They'll let the commercials run. They're doing their crafts, or they're playing on their phone while it's on. They're not going to interrupt it. You actually want to produce some long form video. Like, I don't even do hour-long videos because I don't know what we would do for a full hour, but it doesn't have to all be like you want to have a good hook, right? That first couple minutes, and you want to have content in the middle, and obviously you have to do something, but it's okay to tell the story for an hour, which is something different, but it's definitely a thing. See, she knows you do the same thing for Dead Dodge Garage videos. So people's lives have changed during the situations that happened a few years ago. A lot of people were watching on their computers or watching on their phones, and people are still doing that. But more and more people are on their television, and that is a good audience to get because they will watch the commercials and they watch for longer, and it helps with your channel growth. Mopar K says, it took me 2 hours to put the fuel pump in. I didn't think they'd want to see. No, they won't. You do have to do some editing, and you need to move the camera, change the angle. You need to show what's happening in steps. It is a lot of work. Somebody like Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage, that guy is go, 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 go. And he is moving the camera around, and he is showing the stuff, and he does a lot. He puts a lot of effort. Mo Parquet says Kim's videos look great on TV. Thank you. But even I don't make videos much longer than 15, maybe 20 minutes. And I've actually made it a rule, like, don't make people watch like dead air. If nothing's happening, cut it out, you know. And I sometimes I can be really, and we have been, there's been a vacuum of stuff for me to edit on lately. Buck Del Campo has had the winter. It's tough. It's hard to get going. Anyways, we've struggled to do things. He prefers to do the live streams. He likes to be here and just talk to the chat. Let's see. I'm sorry. I've been I started talking to Kay and I started ignoring everybody else. Tim asks, how do the shorts that you video vertical look on a TV? I don't know. I never watch on a TV. When I'm watching on my laptop computer, they look okay. I think they look okay. Do people watch shorts on their TV? I don't know what those numbers are like. Mexican Spec suggests to look at your analytics. You will see where people drop off and target your videos to a little less than that time. Mo Parquet says she'll keep it in mind for the next revival. Yeah, that is one of the curses of making content, is you're always like, how can I make this thing that I'm doing into a video? I don't know. I am definitely no expert. Our success is very marginal. I mean, I know there are people who would be ecstatic to be where we are as far as the way our channel has grown, right? But it is a grind to get there. And when you see some people have a lot more success a lot more quickly, it can be very disheartening. Somebody like Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage, I got to look at his situation. He works with Rocket Restorations. He's got lifts. He's got arguably cooler classic cars. You know, he's young. He's got friends who are young who also work on cars around. It's just, you know, I'm disabled. I have to accept my limitations, and he has his as well. And we're just not going to ever produce the same kind of like rapid, actionable content. We just have to run our own race and be okay with where we go. And we do our best to keep improving. But Kay, I see big things for you. You're doing so good. You're doing all the things. Like you're already ahead of where myself and Buck Del Campo are. So Mexican Spec says Jamie records everything. The magic is in the edit. Like, I get so flustered when we're trying to work here and I'm trying to move the camera around. I don't really know. I don't rewatch the lives very much. But I know there's lots of times I'm moving the camera around and I'm all over the place. And like, I don't know how anybody can even watch it. But I'm trying to show people what's happening, you know. And I have a different camera that I can like zoom in and get close-ups. But I cannot zoom with that camera. I have to physically get closer because it's a studio camera, not a Let's see. Ford Rule says I have 0 women watching my YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah. There are women watching car channels, and there are women working on car channels. You know, I see several. There's more. There's definitely more in the last 2 years. There's a lot more women who have their own personal channel. Um, Mopar K says she'll never forget her friends. You're going to have to do the things that you're going to have to do, Mopar K. That doesn't mean you forgot me. I'm not that judgmental kind of, but I've worked in show business a little bit. The schedule's tough. I've worked with people in show business, and they never call and check on me. I don't expect them to. I know how difficult it is. I know how you know. I don't know. I don't have friendship decay. If I don't see somebody and then I do hear from them, it's just nice to hear from them. A schedule is helpful. But on what Mexican Spec was saying, right, about adjusting your video length to how much people watch. Because people will look at how long your video is and click on it based on their expectation. Like if I only have 5 minutes to watch a video, I'm not going to click on an hour-long video. So if you never make an hour-long video because people click off at 3 minutes, you think, oh, I got to keep making the videos shorter and shorter. You might actually be missing out on a whole audience that will never see you until you start making hour and 10-minute long videos. You know, and if you look at the big, not the big, but some of the successful content creators, the ones I see off the top of my head, right? DD Speed Shop, Mortsky Repair, Puddin's Fab Shop, right? They do a lot of work on cars. Bad Chad, they all make hour-long videos. They make them constantly. And you would think, who watches that much? Look at their viewership. It's huge, you know? And if you're not, YouTube is not even going to suggest your video to that audience if it's only 10 minutes long, because they pretty sure they can hook people into an hour-long video. Vice Grip Garage as well, yeah. Now, I mean, we tell people, you know, John Wilburn and other people in the content creator workshops, when you're new and you're learning recording and editing and all the things, we don't make an hour-long video because no one's going to watch it. That's when you're brand new. But once you have your content and you know how to edit and you know how to put out a good product, don't be afraid to make longer stuff. Mopar K says she deleted the TikTok app. I'm done with it. Wasting my time. Well, that's part of learning. We have to decide what's good. It might be great for some people and terrible for you. Mopar K says Vice Grip Garage videos are amazing. He talks the entire time while working. That guy is a machine. If you look at old Vice Grip Garage, he started out by himself recording that. Do you know how hard it is to record everything by yourself when you're working on a car, trying to get done in a reasonable frame of time? I know me. I start working on something and I've got grease up to my elbows. I'm trying to touch the camera. Our GoPro, it overheats. The batteries, we go through the batteries. You know, it's out of focus. As soon as I start working, I'm blocking the camera, or that you can't see. The zoom is like some of these other guys, like the bigger guys, like Rust Brothers. They have dedicated camera people with good, like $5,000-$6,000 camera rigs, right, that follow them around. And that's how they can get an hour worth of video. Now, one of the problems we have is Buck Del Campo is not as like dynamic and like actionable of a character on video as I might be, but Buck Del Campo can't hold his camera steady enough. like I've looked at some of the old footage that there's been times where he's recorded things. I can't use it. It's too shaky. I don't want to make people watch it. I can't fix it. I do not use YouTube's editor, but I just use Windows editing software. It's like $10 or something like that. It was really cheap. And I've looked at some of the other projects like DaVinci Resolve and stuff like that. And Tabo says, it would have been nice to have a camera operator while my channel was alive yet. And this is why teams of people like Dee Dee Speed Shop, Dan and Dee Dee, they've been working together for years and years. They know each other. If you notice, Danny has learned all the different parts of cars and how different things work just so she can film better. You know?
Coming up. You need anything?
I think I'm doing good. Take your time. We're good. Hire a cameraman. I mean, if you're gonna hire a cameraman, you better be prepared to work a schedule, and that's where somebody like Dead Dodge Garage. He's got all these cars. He's got a never-ending flow of projects coming through. He could hire a cameraman and just keep making more, because every day, if you owned a shop that was a commercial shop and you had several bays with different people who could be characters, that would be where you'd make the money. Mexican Spec says he was gifted by Mrs. Spec a gimbal type phone holder. It's complicated to operate. There you go. Craig Built got a gimbal that follows. Yeah, I've seen them. My problem is like I need to move the whole camera rig to the other side so I can see. It's tough. Tom's Refurb is so good. I don't even enjoy Ford vehicles, but he brings other cars on from time to time. Tom's Refurb is young and super energetic. Sometimes he's an idiot, but even that, it's entertaining. It's entertaining, right? I mean, people want things to happen. So, you know, that's why people like Zip Ties and Bias Plots. He does things. Does he do stupid things? Sure, all the time. But he makes things things are happening. He's setting things on fire. He's making smoke come out. He's starting rigs. He's jumping flame. You know, he keeps it going. If you're ready to make that, if you have and you're set up to create in that way, pay a camera person. Dee Dee's Pizza. I know. Zip Ties and Bias Plots. I love it. Those guys up there, they're super entertaining. I mean, there's very little substitute for just charisma, right? And some of these people, the real winners on YouTube, they ooze charisma. We've brute forced it. Like for a while there, we were just working. I do not know that we've gotten here on charisma, although he's excellent in front of this, in this setting here where we're just talking to the camera. He's really good at it. Especially when I take the reins of the computer so he can just talk and I can show stuff. He's really good at it. It's his groove, you know. But it's not necessarily the groove that gets us the most, doesn't make us any money, and it doesn't necessarily grow the channel, but he's happy, so we keep doing it. Whistling Diesel, that's right. That guy is great. I hope I made sense. I feel like I jumped around with the topics that I was talking about. I met Peg. We met Peg.
Yeah, we
down at Tony's shop. He hung out with us for about a half hour while Tony was off doing something. While we were working on this car, when we first got this car,
he showed up. It was still down there.
I hardly knew who he was. Like, I kind of knew who he was.
But he's back.
He was really funny.
Yeah,
he was
Tabo's
super
here.
cool too.
Tabo's here. Hey, I didn't.
Down
Tabo,
to earth.
You know what I want to do now? To show Tabo.
Oh, Tabo showed us a picture. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, Tabo. There we go. The cap, only this time I put a Pentastar on it.
Yeah.
And then...
Go ahead and find your thing. I'm going to talk. Still.
Okay, then I'm going to... And then there's another one. There's that one.
Oh, he didn't see it. Dougster says zip ties may come off as a total redneck. He is. However, that guy is a talented wrench. Look at the stuff oh yeah. He's an excellent mechanic. And he is not a total redneck as far... That's a character that he plays. He's an extremely intelligent person. And in some cases, he's mocking, like, Middle America. And I think they know. Like, I don't think he's as much of a drunk as he lets on. I think that's a character. I think that's a character. I'm sure he drinks, but...
Looks like, that's what Kim said. It looks like a hearse.
I know. That's the first thing I thought.
And then Mexican Spec wanted to put those big Landau bars on it, painted black, make it look like a hearse. No, I don't want to type of hearse around. No, you know why I do this? Is because when you come up to a intersection, I don't know if they have this in Australia. Here, idiots make an intersect. It comes up at an extreme angle. So if you got to look back, and that's blocked, like in a van or something, you can't see what you need to see. And having a window there gives you something, but I don't know. I don't know if I like the way it looks. I kind of like the, let's see, I'll try to find it again.
Dean says if you'd just known, you could have made sure Peg got his leg back.
That happened right after we were there.
Yeah, we missed. We were not involved in the, and I think allegedly we don't know anything.
I don't know why this is like this. I don't know. I can't make that sense.
Mexican Spec says the car is from Japan. His buddy told him, and he isn't far from us. Yeah, but he's got to want money for it.
So,
Moparquet likes the, the Chrysler Star. Yeah. He just tagged it on. Yeah, we don't. We don't. Even if we had money, we really, I've been saving a little bit of money, but I can't spend it on cars. We have too many other responsibilities that we have to be.
Moparquet says, I like the windows of Chrysler. It is. It's a Pentastar. That's exactly what I did. I grabbed a Pentastar, and I made a window around it and got rid of the Pentastar. That's where I got the shape and put it on
there. There's a woman that acts like trailer trash, but she's gorgeous. Well, yeah. There's lots of actors and actresses who play parts. Who's that guy from the Beverly Hillbillies?
Who, Max Baer Jr.? The guy that played Jethro?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so typecast, he gets irritated if anybody ever calls him Jethro, because he
played like this hillbilly bumpkin guy, and he played the role wonderfully.
Great actor, and he played that part so well, but then he's typecast, and he doesn't want to be remembered as that guy,
Willard! Oh, I love when he starts to go, Willard dog! Are you stunned? Are you stunned?
Okay, Tao, did you get my pic with the canopy buff? Yes, I did. I sure did. I've got it here too somewhere. Oh, it's in my email. I looked at it, but I put the email away, and it's kind of hard to get at while I'm doing this, because we only have one computer here, only one.
Only one.
And two screens, and it's like I'm using them, so.
I can't believe you just said we only have one computer here. Yeah.
World of Woodchip, I used to have a Master Benji. Wasn't quite as stunned as Willard Dog. Definitely on the spectrum.
Moparquet says, yeah, the economy is absolutely terrible. Well, we are approaching. We're not even in it yet. Because if we were in it, there'd only be one way to go, is up. But right now, it feels like we're on the precipice. It could get way worse, or it might. I mean, it has been threatening for a very long time. I don't know. It's very difficult.
So Dougster says they made Pentastar windows. That means they might be out there somewhere. I wouldn't have to make it, but I could make it. I could make a Pentastar window.
It's very difficult to find a good job right now.
Moparquet says light bills has gone absolutely ridiculous, over $800. You had an $800 Man, mine gets up to $550 and I'm panicked.
And now, is that for the whole property? There's like a couple people living in different sort of houses there. That's a lot of money. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Mine last year, my cold month was about $560, and this year the highest we had was like $450 maybe, something like that. But we ran heat that was so different. We didn't run the big heater much at all, just a little bit. We ran some space heaters around in the house, and the rest of the house we just kept it cold. My goal was the rest of the house keep it above freezing. Some of the bedrooms and stuff. Well, but the rest of the house, like where we were, we kept it, comfortable.
They got more people too, though.
Yeah.
Because it's at least 3 adults and then a couple of kids, and then they probably have electric hot water and electric heat.
Well, Marquez says I paid the bills here all by myself.
I'm so sorry, Kay.
That's how we are.
I hope you're getting a little bit of income from some of this stuff.
I'm thinking the Pentagon window is actually $270 for that car. I don't know. I'd probably just make one. I don't know. I do want it so that if I turn around to see.
Yeah, that Pentagon window is a little bit.
At an intersection.
It was just fun. It was easy for him to patch it on there. We don't have a Pentagon-shaped window. How are we going to get one of them?
Max Baer should have been a boxer like his father. Yeah, his father was Max Baer. He was Max Baer Jr.
D-Man says gas is $3.49 and climbing. Yeah.
Mexican Spec says mine gets up to 550 pesos, and I panic. How much is that in dollars? It's not a lot.
That's not nearly a lot. Yeah, in the winter we've been struggling. It's gone up a lot, and it's high in the winter. And
D-Man, gas is crazy higher, $3.49 a gallon. Yep, in California it's like $8 or something. I know, it's crazy. Yeah, here it's somewhere around that here.
Paul doesn't have power. He's off grid. Wow.
Top of mine averages 350 Aussie pesos, which is Australian dollars. The last one was nearly 500. Oh God. George Taylor, mine's like 12 to 1400 a year for oil. Man, when I had oil fired furnace in my shop I lived in the shop in Ohio. I couldn't stay warm. I think just in the wintertime in Ohio, I worked for one thing, to stay warm, and that was it. Yeah. There was didn't make enough money for anything.
Why'd you knock that down?
That was a big noise. I don't know if any of you heard it. Kim just knocked down about.
Hey, throw the other camera on.
About 50 pieces of steel went on the floor.
Weld marks on there now that you're back. Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay.
I think I had the wire speed a little low. That's why it wasn't.
I don't know. It sounded like it was. Yeah, I don't know what it sounded.
I think it was just not beating fast enough.
It didn't sound good.
Should be okay now. It actually put a decent beat on there. It just was taking its time about it.
Oh, so I skipped the cap, and that could be another project. That's exactly right. That's exactly what we're going to do. The cap will be something else if we do it. It's just like I was playing around with just doing the computer drawing stuff, and
This for lighting. Does that help for lighting?
I don't know. I wasn't looking over there when you did it. It's all lit up over by the furnace, and it's not lit up where you are at all.
That's the chat.
Huh?
That's the chat. If that's better for lighting.
Well, where you are, it's dark, and over by the furnace, it's lit up. I don't know why you want it like that. Well, you're going to make sparks anyway, so. Ford Rule says $4.65 a gallon in Middle California. Yeah, you're what, Bakersfield? I think. Doug says, buy one new old stock Pentastar window and reverse engineer it from there. You know, if I ever do it, I'll probably just, I can do that. I know how to do that. You know, all it says I can make an aluminum camper shell. You know what I know I could, but I don't want a big old rattling aluminum like being in a drum. I think what we talked about it briefly tonight. You've taken some like 2-inch thick foam and just gluing it all together into a cap. Sand the corners round and make it so it's a nice shape, and then just fiberglass over it, and flip it over and fiberglass the inside. It'll be a sandwich construction. It won't weigh very much. It'll be like a rock. It's strong as hell. This, but the Maserati TC Pentastar window converting our utility channel. What? Oh, Bike Car Pound Series says it's late. That's okay. Tim says you lived on Lake Erie. Brutal in the winter with cold air from Canada. Oh my God. You know that cold air comes across Lake Erie, and Lake Erie stays warm about halfway through the winter. So moisture's evaporating off Lake Erie, and cold air hits it in the first 15, 20 miles onto the land. It just dumps snow on you. And they call that lake effect snow until the lake finally freezes. And some years the lake doesn't freeze, so then that crap goes on all year. Let's see here. Ford Rule says 93306. What is that? It's zip code? Tabo, just import a canopy from us. Yeah, right. It shouldn't take much. Doug says aluminum topper with quilted sheet. Aluminum. Well, I thought about how to do it I'd probably just do a chromoly tubing thing and then stretch aluminum over it like aircraft skin, but that's expensive and it'd be a big. Then I'd have to insulate it with some kind of foam or something to keep it from going up like this. I don't want to do that. I don't know what that means. Ford Rule says Banditas is on. Two of my favorites. Oh yeah, Ford Rule says yeah, that's a zip code.
Stepped on something. I'm back.
Oh,
I was talking to them all about strategy.
Strategy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to take my phone with me, so I couldn't listen when I walked down to the house. So I was just in the dark. I have no idea what happened here. You could have been talking about anything.
Reagan got to drive the Duster in the field today in the open. Nice. We'll have to build him a dirt car. Maybe. That'd be fun. Put a throttle stop on it so he can't hurt himself as bad. Young people do not have as good a judgment of speed and danger. They don't realize how hard. 15 miles an hour, if you hit the inside of the windshield, boom, because no seatbelt at 15 miles an hour, you break your neck. Ask me how I know. I broke my neck like that once. I hit the inside of a Chevette. I didn't hit the windshield. It bolted me, so I hit the roof. Man.
I only broke my neck once.
I'm lucky to be alive.
I broke my neck once, and I heard it break. I was in a pit underneath the car, and I stood up, and there was a big old beam there. I stood right up into the beam, and I heard it break.
Oh, crack.
That was not fun. It felt like my head was disconnected from the rest of my body.
Wonder we're all screwed up.
Tim says I-90 beside the lake is a sheet of ice for miles from the spray off the lake when it freezes. Man, I lived right there, right off I-90. My shop was south of I-90 about probably 5 miles, and I worked north of I-90 at Titan, a few miles north of there. Actually, Titan was it was almost on 90. It was so close.
I think instead of this here, I want this. floor here.
Dean Stevenson, we had a marina. A marina? Is that a place where there's boats? No,
like
that's a car.
Isn't the fella from...
Great car. It healed itself.
Hey, Tanner's here.
Tanner's here? Oh, he is. Hey, Buff and Kim. I'm in Oregon. Driving my new Scamp home from Jamie's. Hey, how did that go? It start up and run? You happy with it? You like it?
Are you going to go live, or are you going to stop someplace and get some sleep?
I have gone distances to pick up a car, and sometimes I've been really happy with them, and sometimes it's like, what did I do this for? Somebody's sending us hearts.
Sweet.
I used to shut that off, but I decided maybe YouTube put it there because they want it there, because it'll drive. Maybe it drives the stream
some way. Yeah, it's like getting those things. Yes, Vintage Adventurer Drives is Tanner, and he just went out to Jamie's place, and he's picked up a Scamp that I guess he's driving it home.
How was the flight up there? He hasn't traveled much, and now last year he's traveling a lot.
I know.
He's getting to see the world a bit.
That's good for him. Yeah.
How do you like Oregon?
Congratulations. That's a hell of an adventure. The car has a plate on it, and he's loving it so far. Great.
But a car front, I had a friend jump solenoid and get run over by his own truck.
Ooh, that happens sometimes.
I know a girl that drove an ambulance. It's a Chevy van type vehicle. And he used to pull it out, and it was in a parking lot faced downhill. Well, you know, one of the checks is they put it in reverse with the emergency brake, you know, with the parking brake on, and they make sure it didn't move. And that was part of their pre-flight check. Well, one day, for some reason, it was nosed in, and they pulled it out. So now it's the back of the ambulance is facing downhill a little bit. It wasn't very steep. So she put the brake on and put it in reverse as she climbed out, and the brakes on those Chevy vans don't hold real well. So now it's downhill, so it starts going. So the ambulance runs over her and breaks one of her legs, and then the ambulance goes down the parking lot and runs into something. So the rest of the crew came out and retrieved the ambulance, put her in it, took her to the hospital. So, man.
Mo Parquet says she remembers watching Tanner's videos and thinking, wow, he knows so much. And it has become a goal to gain as much knowledge as you, meaning Tanner of a Vintage Adventure. Mo Parquet, you're going to have a tough time because Tanner's a moving target. That guy is smart and getting smarter. But, yeah.
Jamie and Tanner's auxiliary hair band. You know what?
I hope
we still got that video up. That's one of the best videos we have. It's demonetized. I don't care. Still a good video to watch.
Yeah, they're fun.
Well, Dougster's here too. It was Dougster and Jamie and Tanner.
Did great getting
and then it was just all
that worked out so good. I saw it was going to happen. I was like, I got to get this.
Well, and I had left. I went up to. We had our junk all over the ground, and it was getting dark, and I wanted to get it put away. So I was up there cleaning up, and all that went over the speakers all over the whole event there. The event was closed down already, but they still had the PA system on. So I heard it all from up there. I didn't really know what was going on. And then until I saw the video, you put the video up like right after it happened.
It was so good. Yeah, I honestly, I should have. Well, nobody would have been able to monetize it anyway, so it doesn't matter whose channel's it on.
See, Dean Stevens says, Austin Marina in America and Canada. Morris Marina, HL 1800 automatic down here. Had mag wheels, 185/70s on the back and 175/70
on the front. Yeah.
Man, I remember those cars fairly well.
Mo Parquet says years of working on them. Yeah, it's okay, Mo Parquet. We all start where we start and progress as we can. Tanner says Jamie and I made a few changes to the car, and it made it a wonderful driver. Great, glad to hear it. And Jamie's video is coming out on Sunday about it. Oh, we'll look forward to that. And mine will be a few days later, probably next week. That's great. Yeah, once you get home. That's fantastic. Congratulations. What a great adventure. Yeah. Are you streaming it? Are we missing you streaming your trip? Should we plug your adventures? You're allowed to. If you're going to go live, maybe we'll wrap up so you can be live.
Oh, Finish says, I'm loving this 225. It's going great. Oh, it's got a 225 in it.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to say he's not going to win any races with it, but I guess you can.
He's not trying to win a race. He's trying to go on the highway.
But they're fine engines to go down the road with.
And an A-body at 225 is actually really good.
I bet you more
A-bodies
have gone more miles with 225s than anything else.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially on a long trip, the 225 probably get better gas mileage than the 318 would have. So once he gets it home. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says he has a video of Jamie playing at the end of No Name Nationals, but I didn't put it up because Kim's video is great. And yeah, don't put it up. You're just gonna get demonetized anyway. They'll demonetize the video if you're already monetized. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, you don't got a copyright strike.
No, we didn't get a copyright strike. Just I couldn't believe it. How quickly I got an email that said who owned the rights to that song, and that it couldn't be monetized. I mean, it happened like within a minute of putting it up.
See, Tanner wants to see it.
I knew a Chinese boy called Morris. Who is Morris? Oh. It's a guy from Mississippi that teaches the Rotax school. He has a Rotax school down there and a whole Rotax aeronautical engine service and everything. But his son's name is Morris. But with the Mississippi accent, it sounds like he's saying Mars. He calls him Mars. And it sounds like I thought the guy's name was Mars. I thought it's Morris. Because I couldn't understand Mississippi yet.
Vintage Adventure says he's not streaming. He's recording with the GoPro and editing as I go along. Okay, that's great. The car has a 225, which is a slant 6 on 904, and a 7 1/4 rear end with a 271 gear in the back. And Mopar K says that's all highway, Tanner. Yeah, that setup is perfect to cruise on the highway. Unless you're trying to go more than about 85. If you start going 85, it'll probably really be singing, because it also depends on how tall the rear tires are. But I'll bet you're just having a good cruise.
Ford Roll says, I don't like the overdrive button on the shifter. You know, my van, the way that transmission is programmed, it's absolutely horrible. So I manually shift it. And the way you manually shift it is, your first second pretty quickly, but then you got to have the button in the right position, go into drive, so you get third, and then you pop it into fourth with the button. But if you're going to start climbing a hill and you got a load in that van, you start pushing on the gas without messing with the button, what'll happen is it'll just start getting real doggy. It won't go, and you're pushing harder on the gas, and all of a sudden it'll shift down 2 gears, and the engine will be screaming, So what I've got to do is at the right time push the button so that it goes down into third, which is drive, and then but that's usually plenty to get up a hill, but it won't do that automatically. Kim, look at the light there. It's really bad. I don't know what you did when you
think that's bad?
Look at it's really right where you're working. It's like a dark hole.
Maybe
I don't know what you were.
Maybe I'll switch
the lights. Oh yeah. Now your project's lit up. Oh yeah. Okay. Except it went dark for a second when you turned all the lights off.
Well, that's the thing. Oh wait, where are you?
I don't know. You switched that camera. I left it where you put it. See, Stevens, I knew a Dutch guy named Maurice, but he spoke to the I don't know how to pronounce that word. Pumpetus of Flow. I remember that song. Jungle. Some people call me Space Cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the Gangster of Love. Steve Stevenson said the E-Series Australian overhead cam engines are so good. They put them in South African Rover 2600 5-doors. I'm not even sure what that is. Everybody cover your eyes. Yeah, I'd like my van if it shifted correctly. I knew a guy that had a Ford pickup, same year as my van, same engine, everything. But he put one of those bully dog things where you program it with their program, and it takes the original program out. And oh man, that thing was really pleasant to drive. But I should have bought one of those bully dog things, but I didn't. Yeah, and the shifter, the button on the shifter is up here on the column, so it's really clumsy. I just know how to operate it, so that's what I do. I don't drive that van much anymore. I mean, I would need to get that thing resurrected because it's the better van between the two of them. It's Kim After Dark. Jim, you got a lot of smoke. What are you welding on? Paint. Okay, as long as it's not zinc.
No, it's
Tim says, now I see the spots. Yeah, this is better for the camera this way. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it was a dark hole over there where she was. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I remember that so well. Well, those have the radiator recessed. Oh, those things. They have the big boxy fenders that stick way out and the radiator's way back. I remember those things. Chasing Animals, Mutual of Omaha. You remember that? I remember that. You must be old. Are you as old as I am? I doubt it.
Marty Salford, what, your Wild America?
I'm usually the oldest guy in here.
Does anybody remember Wild America with Marty Salford?
I don't know.
Till next time, enjoy our Wild America. I'm just picking away. You don't seem to want to do the Prince thing.
Well,
you weren't feeling well.
Well, I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good now.
Well, do you know what you need to do?
Well, if you're going to watch this, I'll get up and mess with this for a minute. Marlon Perkins. Yep, that's right. Oh, yeah. There's two of us in here. They're about the same age. Inspector Bruce. Because we were young guys together in the Air Force. Yeah. George Ace is Steve Miller. Met him at a concert in about 1975.
That's cool. Nice.
1975, this car was 3 years old. Can you imagine that? And you know what? 1975, my car hadn't been built yet. George Davies says, I'm 66. And you're 5 years younger than I am. No. Ooh, he's 6 years younger than I am. I forgot. I got older. Ford Rule says, Buff, I'm only 3 behind you, so you're 69? Josh Holmes says, did I hear Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom? Yes, you did. I remember that real well. Okay, I'm going to get up and mess with this. But I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, there's all kind of camera and shit going.
Oh, I can move that now.
And cords. Oh,
there's always stuff in the way.
Everything's in the way. You want me to do this?
mean, I want to do it so I can get rid of all this crap. All this equipment.
Oh, this miss is there, but it's still not straight enough. I can see what's messed up right here.
You know what needs done?
I know what needs done. So I don't need to get at that. What I need to do is I gotta think so I don't get this wrong. We need to put the press right about here and just tiny, a little squeak.
Okay.
Just a little squeak of a bend.
Alright.
So now that all that shit went on the floor,
Yeah.
I'll get the heat wrench. You see, Kim, those two black spots on that hinge piece, they need to be parallel so they don't converge out. You know what I mean? Where did you put the striker? It's over here. I see it. So the goal here. Oh, I don't want that there. I'm moving. That's a lot of weight out there. Where'd the hinge go? What is the hell? Not where I set the hinge. Folded origami dart in the eye of the tiger. What's that?
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay. Dougster says, I would like a short body Dodge Street Van with a 440 727 and have it full boogie van, flares, flames, endless lines, lacing, murals. Is that what they call them now? Boogie vans? We never would have said that back then. It's just a van. Candy colors and more metal flake than a bass boat. Oh yeah, the bass boats, they had those things with the metal flake in the, they put it in the gel coat. They put the gel coat in the mold and then they built the boat. Okay. Side pipes. What's this? Oh my God, guess what some guys are restoring? Know what an EV1 is? Yeah. Yeah, did you? I watched the video of those guys today, and they were in there, and the president of General Motors is helping them with it. Getting them pieces and parts they might need. They're helping them as much as they can, because those guys are going to go out and drive it on the street, and it's going to be something they're going to show to everybody. It's a pretty cool thing.
I think it's a smart people though. That's just me.
Okay, see this? This is on a hill compared to this one. They would eventually converge. So we got to press here a little bit. Man, is my hand shaky. We got to press here a little bit until these are parallel.
Okay.
But it's got to be out here a little. Let's see. Wait, let me think. Yes, it has to be out near here.
Right, because we don't want to.
We don't want to shorten that distance.
Yeah.
So how are we going to do that? We're going to put this. I don't think this setup is good.
Okay, well we're just getting started. I don't want to.
I think it needs to be way up here.
Well, I need.
Oh yeah, that's got to go in there too. Oh, you might be right. So this is that's gonna fall.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
You gotta press right there. Okay, let me get the. Oh, I gotta get the plunger maker.
Plunger maker?
The handle. It was one of the things that fell on the floor that made noise. Lot of hoses and cords on the floor. Easy to step on. Okay. Make sure that's tight. Make sure this is. Okay, I think I can move that down. That thing is way too heavy up there. Yeah, you can put it down there where it won't fall. Put it down all the way at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Anybody talking or they're all leaving so I'm not paying attention?
Nobody's leaving, but I just think that they're just watching. Watching what we're doing. Main Street Mopar says he's thinking with a thin head gasket, he could get 9.5 to 1 compression. I mean, that's a good target.
What's that on?
It really depends on your piston deck height, and
what's that? What's he doing that on?
I don't know. I wasn't watching, and I think he said earlier. Tell us again, Main Street Mopar, what motor this is that you're getting that compression ratio.
People in here make a difference, and you know why? I would have put that big, thick head gasket in my six-cylinder. Dean Stevenson talked me into using the original head gasket, cleaning it up. And it worked so well, I am so happy I did that, because I would have lost a bunch of compression. So the people in the chat do make a difference. Hey, Kim, you got to get ready, because I'm almost there.
I'm ready. Warming up my tip.
Get it straightened up.
Just a little more. Oh, I don't know. That looks pretty close.
Okay, let's leave it alone. No. Spring back? I need the pliers. Where are those? Pliers. I know these pliers will work. Before it completely cools off.
Yeah, right.
I'll see what we've got. I think I went too far. Went too far.
Okay. Put it on there upside down. We'll bend it back. Right now.
Needs to go the other way. Just not much. In fact, if you put the hammer on there the other way, so you're pushing on the pointed side.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, gotta go up just a little because it's a different
setup.
There you go.
It's crying. You ever have a hydraulic jack go? That's what this one just.
Mean Street Mopar says he has a 40/318 short block from a closed down machine shop, 0 miles. That sounds like a great starting point. What kind of pistons do you have for it? Because those, the ones you can get from, I think, Summit Racing, they have the better piston height. When you put them in, your deck height will be better. And then which heads do you have? Because there's open heads and there's kind of closed heads. So that matters a lot. A lot. This motor I have, the pistons, they don't come up. It's not going to have anything for compression.
Are you ready?
Yes.
We are going to go so little
You're on it. It might have. I think it moved a little.
I think you're right. I'm not going to go anymore. Wait a second.
Cool. Doug just said my buds who work maintenance at my shop had to press a bunch of shaft out of some obsolete tooling. We're using a press like this. I told them I have an air over 20-ton jack they could use. They jumped at the offer. Yeah, the air is nice.
Yeah. Go back with it right now.
A little more?
Yeah, not much. Might be a little spring there, but trying to do it without heating it again.
I know. Not enough?
No.
You probably have to put a little more heat in it. Burlock wants to know if you deck the block and shave the heads. Well, yeah, but usually it don't take very much off of it because that messes with the angle for the intake.
Well, yeah, it screws up a lot of things. The push rod length's different.
Yeah,
all kinds of things happen.
So yeah, if you did do all that, now you
and then the intake doesn't fit right.
Yeah, then you're into a bundle of stuff. So a lot of times, no, they don't. They just make sure it's true and they leave it without taking much of anything. Because I don't think those engines don't have adjustable rockers, so but they have hydraulic. I don't know which engine it is too. A 318 can mean a lot of things, but I'm assuming it's an LA 318. But that's an assumption from me. Okay, one more. It's settled in, but it's not.
Yeah, I don't want to go anymore. I don't want to keep bending it back and forth. If I got to go more, I'll go more. But
okay. Isn't fine tuning a bend like that just a hammer smack? This is some pretty.
It's chromoly.
It's chromoly, and it doesn't. It springs.
Okay, so now it looks pretty good. So I'm going to heat treat it. Just not really heat treat. I'm going to normalize it.
Stock replacement flat top pistons and the closed chamber heads, you'll be fine. If you've got a good set of closed chamber heads and flat top pistons, you'll be all right. The zero deck pistons from Summit, the ones that are like $400, they will bump your compression probably beyond 9.5.
What cam does it have, and more importantly, what is the cam timing? Look into that. Because that's something easy to change. I don't know anything about those engines. I just know about engines. So, isn't cam timing a big deal, Kim? I know on Ford. Because I know on Fords, the cam timing on some of those engines with the low compression, the cam timing was 6 degrees the wrong direction, And the earlier engines, like the 68, 69 Thunderbird 429s, was 6 degrees more advanced. So I'm assuming other manufacturers did the same kind of thing, but I may be wrong. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, that's really dependent on the year and.
Right. So if you got an engine apart that far, it wouldn't hurt to find out what it was supposed to be.
You want to verify, yeah.
And what stuff they used,
Are you going to tweak it more, or are you?
No, I'm just normalizing it.
Is it done?
It's done.
All right. Yeah. Olive says that she would like to swap in a better engine or a Volvo and then take the time to rebuild the one that's in there for something or someone else. That's a nice way to do it. You know,
Oh,
heavy metal equals heavy hammer. I mean, if you hit it hard enough, yeah. But we've got the torch and the press and everything here, so we're just trying to get it close.
yeah. If this was mild steel, I would have whacked it with a hammer.
Dougster says he's seen the 906 Mopar big block heads at swap meets. Shaved so much they practically closed chamber. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. But you probably have to get custom push rods and stuff like that.
Just go to
It's
UT.
fine.
Go to UTG. He might give you some help.
Yeah.
You know who you really need to go to is Shane Polito on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
What's his Slant Daily Garage channel.
I think Mean Street Mopar gets around enough to kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, those.
Thank you for sharing the information about your build. It sounds like you're on top of it.
Tech Talk is those guys.
And you don't
great.
need. I mean, you've already got a good set of pistons. It's tough to spend another $400 to replace it. I mean, that's where I am with this other motor. Like, I don't know if it's worth putting $400 extra into an LA 318. Like, I don't know. But, I mean...
So this...
I don't have a set of heads yet. That's where I'm really stuck.
Oh, this is the other piece.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to do this? We got to make this into one of those.
Oh, I can find something else to use. It was just here.
Oh, that's warm.
Well, yeah, you were hitting with the torch.
Well, it's near the torch. Okay, I got to turn around so I can see the camera again. So you're not looking at the back of my head. I got to get one of those hats that has the face on the back of it.
They're like 150 on Amazon. What's 150 on Amazon?
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, the guy I really trust with all the cam timing and the cam and all, figuring all that stuff out is Shane Polito. I mean, that guy's, well, that's what he does.
Oh, yeah,
he designs camshafts. That's his job.
For cam, absolutely, that's who you talk to. Don't know what to do if you're going to... I measured the cam that came out of my 318. It's like a 75 318. Stock cam came out, and man, the lift is pathetic.
Then you saw the electric Corvair with the battery like the moon buggy. Battery cost $160,000. $160,000 dollars. Then now I really haven't watched that. I started watching them just because of that EV1 because there just aren't any left. There are a few of them in museums and stuff, but they got one that's still alive and it's theirs. And then the president of GM, they met with him. He got all excited because he'd been watching their videos, which is amazing. Guys watching a small YouTube channel, So then he met with them and goes, yeah, we'll be supportive of this and we'll help you with it. He goes, we may not have all the parts you need, but he goes, we got some stuff. And one of the things they needed was a windshield. He goes, yeah, I think we got a windshield for you, You know what the EV1 was?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Okay, yeah, so.
Main Street Mopar says, I just don't want to be at No Name again without a running vehicle. I tend to overthink things. If put it together with the pistons that you got.
Oh, he knows Shane.
Talk to Shane and figure out what you're doing with the cam, because probably a better cam might be a good investment.
Another thing, if you're going to No Name Nationals, there's a lot of, just what do they call it, where you grudge races, But then there's also a lot of, the bracket racing, which is, I didn't really understand that till I did it. And it's really a lot of fun. It's kind of a game, you got to dial in the right time and you got to be consistent. That's kind of the game. But while you're playing that game, you get to drive fast. So it's really fun, They had me, I got like probably the slowest car there, my Mercury Zephyr. I get out there and they get me next to a Tesla S, and I'm like, I don't want to race this guy. Well, it's a bracket race. So I go out there and I take off, And he's sitting there, and I look at my mirror, he's still sitting there, and I look at my mirror, he's still sitting there. And then, oh, here he comes, looks like a jet fighter coming up behind me, and whoa, man, we hit the finish line the same time, just about. Actually, I was there ahead of him, but I broke out of my time, so he won. But it was actually really fun. I'd do that again. I don't care who's next to me in a bracket race. It's just a fun thing to do. I can't believe you rode with me and set the time on the window, what you thought would be right, but I was getting better at it, and I was getting better at the starts and the.
Yeah, because it was stumbling real bad on the launch, and you actually
I got that
nailed
fixed. I got that fixed,
yeah.
And then it
Then
so
you broke out.
I broke out. Broke out by what? Hundredth of a second or something.
Main Street Mopar, if money is an obstacle, put the motor together with what you have.
Yeah, just do it.
And enjoy it. And there'll always be another chance to build another motor.
I start giving advice and I don't really know where you're at with it or what the financial options are with the car. Yeah, I mean, if you just put it together and go race, it's fun.
Yeah, if it's your project, then don't get stumbled by. You'll wait around forever to buy all the parts. Put it together. Run it. It'll run great. Brand new 40 over pistons with the closed chamber heads. It will run fantastic. You'll love it. And it won't be. You won't be overkill. You'll be able to run pump gas. That's not a bad thing. I mean, the extra compression, like 1 point of compression is only worth like 5%.
Well, and then of course as the compression goes up, the timing goes the other direction.
Yeah,
so,
it's a lot of money for a very marginal gain. And if it's just going to be a car that you're mostly just going to enjoy,
put it together.
It's
just what I think. If you got the engine apart, cam timing's a big deal, and it's cheap to fix that. So that's what I'm saying. You might look into that.
I think I drank your drink.
No.
No?
No, I haven't made a drink yet, and I finished my drink.
Do you want me to get you a water so you can?
I was just going to get up and get me a water. Can you reach it, or do you have to go around?
I can reach it.
I was going to go around, but that's one thing with Kim. When I can't reach something, she just reaches up there and grabs it. Like that water pump up there. I couldn't have got that. I would have needed a ladder and grabbing devices and everything because she's like a foot taller than I am. Well, maybe not quite a foot.
Don't need no man around here. I can.
And then you need.
It's not even tight. I just turned it with my hand, loosened it.
Yeah, but it's up against the little breaker things. Yeah, it turns, but it doesn't break loose. There, now it broke the little tabs. I could turn it, except it wouldn't. What's this? Louis says, "Me too. I drink Pepsi for dinner."
Tim says, "Put the video of Buff and the Tesla out there."
He did. I just saw it again. I just saw it again on his video. Yeah.
I might have a video of us in the car. I didn't put any of those videos out. They were like weren't really all that exciting.
What have I got here? Welch's. I should have done this before I cut it, so you know what I'm drinking. Welch's cherry pomegranate, and this time I'm going to try not to spill it. See, last time it was just before we went live, and you were not here yet, and I dumped it in there, and like half of it spilled, and it's all this powder just like floating. And I looked over there to see, and I breathed it in, and all this sickening sweet dust went in my nose and in my mouth. That's not how you're supposed to eat that.
Main Street Mopar says, "I know I'm going to use a solid, flat, tappet cam. I know that too much duration will make it a dog off the line. So the extra duration..."
But the position. Yeah. Man, did I learn something with... Now, this happened to me with a big block Ford, with a 429 Ford. I advanced the cam. See, I had a 72, so it was the cam that was it wasn't advanced as far. And it was the stock cam, and I advanced that cam 6 degrees, like the 68 Thunderbirds were. Oh my God, did that thing just made all the difference in the world. I couldn't believe how that engine came alive,
I don't know where to put I don't know if you need to degree the can in a 318 stock 318. if you buy a cam with more duration, it moves where the torque and power come in, which can be good or can be bad. It depends on your gearing, how heavy your gearing feels to the engine, and your torque converter for your transmission. So if you don't want to buy a new torque converter, you probably want to keep the power band low in the RPMs. So you probably don't want to go too far off of what factory, maybe more lift, but probably not a lot more duration. Or else what happens is you lose all your low end. And you can't rev the engine up because then it stalls on the torque converter, and now you don't have any launch.
See the color of that?
Ford Rules says Tony's Bottle Rock is a 318 LA engine.
I rode in that before he was spraying it in the back seat on the right side. And Kathy was up front on the right side, and Tony was driving it. We were in the pit, kind of off away from everybody else, so there's like a big parking lot there. And I got in, closed the door, didn't have a seatbelt on or anything, and Tony did a wheelie going across the pits with me in the back seat. And he wasn't spraying it yet. That is the runningest 318. I'm just amazed that that's 318. He
wasn't spraying it yet, but he was running a manual transmission. So if you're running a stick or a manual transmission, your cam can make a big difference. And your rear end gearing.
That was the night he broke the rear end. After I rode it, he broke the rear end.
Okay. Yep. And he probably had, I don't know what gearing he had in the rear end, but he probably had, like,
he broke the rear end. He didn't break he broke an axle. Yeah. And the axle came out. And he dumped transmission fluid. Because he had the rear end lubricated with transmission fluid. He dumped transmission fluid all the way down the track. It took like an hour to clean that up.
Ford Rules says, so will runner length. So I have this aluminum intake manifold for my 318, and it is a 360 style, and it has these huge runners in it, and it could potentially make your engine very sluggish because the port velocity slows down. So you have to properly match your matching parts. It really can make a huge difference. You need static compression to gain back the dynamic compression you lose with a long duration cam, says World of Woodchip. And you're absolutely right. If you have too much static compression, you can bleed some off with a big cam, or vice versa. If you have a big cam, you can...
Everything you do, it changes other things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's...
understanding all those things and you know, sometimes people, they want it all, and you can't have that. You have to be aware of how this change affects the other changes down the line.
Woodchip is going to shorter duration cam. All other things unchanged effectively raises compression ratio.
It can.
What about the lobe center, the angle between the two lobes? What does that do with compression ratio? I don't know.
That affects.
That's where I need Shane to go, hey, I don't quite understand this. And of course he'd know it right off the top of his head. You know.
Lobe centers, that affects the overlap, right?
Yeah.
And so you don't want too much overlap, because what happens is your exhaust has not exhausted before you start trying to suck your new intake gas in. You might even get a little charge of exhaust into your intake manifold. But if you're trying to have a longer duration intake stroke, you have to start opening that valve earlier. So you have to rob it from somewhere. So now you're pushing towards the exhaust lobe to get more lift on your intake lobe. And that's where your overlap, those things are real problems. They have to figure out.
When English says, what are we making? We're making hinges for the tailgate on this Ute. This is one of the pieces of hinge. We're just heating it and forming it.
The other piece.
That's the piece that, yeah. So, and then the next thing is, Dean Stevenson is asking Olive to You can read it. It's like, what happened, Dean? You misbehave and get banned? He's trying to get back into somewhere.
Uh-oh.
He will behave. You can misbehave in here. We won't kick you out. Let's just say something really raunchy. But you've been around. I've known you for years. You've never said anything raunchy. So it's okay. Now he will just do it.
Mean Street Mopar says I'm running a manual transmission, and it currently has an 8 3/4 with 391 gears and a spool. Yeah, for 8th mile, a 430 or a 456 would be better. But if you're going to drive the car on the road at all, a 391 is going to be preferred. Manual transmission, you can get a little wilder with your cam because it doesn't have such a heavy load on it at idle. Instead of turning the big torque converter, stalling it out at idle. So you can run a little more cam at idle if you're going to stay with your manual transmission. Sounds good.
Says the load separation angle doesn't break the compression. Therefore, fuel requirement so much. Okay. Dean, what is this? Granddad's junk says something here. Dean, brother, you've been rarking people up. Is that a down under term or is that a misspelling? I've never heard that term.
It's the intake valve closing point that dictates the beginning of the compression stroke. Right. That's why you want to cheat back towards the exhaust so you can have more intake before you have to start closing up. Yep.
Listen, I'm just not quite ready to handle it. I can put my hand on there without burning myself, but I can't keep my hand on there.
The LSA doesn't play into compression that much. No, it wouldn't play into compression, but the closer the two are, the more they overlap, the more chance you have that you're not going to get a clean separation between exhausting your exhaust and sucking in your, like, you want that exhaust valve to be kind of closing before you open up to your intake. Because you got to think too, is while that exhaust valve is closing, there's another exhaust cycle happening at one of the other pistons. So it's pushing exhaust back in. There's always going to be some of that, but minimizing that has an effect on what your combustion mixture is like. And
he's just scrolling by. Hippie Wong's here. I want to say hi before we go any further.
Okay.
Because he's about to scroll by already. He says he recommends an A833 for all. What is an A? Okay, then let's see.
Hippie Long likes the manual transmission. The A833 is the
Don't you
winning
have one of
choice.
those?
I do not.
Oh.
No, I.
What was that transmission you bought that had the first gear synchro?
It is 7.
Shows what I know about.
Is it a 903 or something like that?
Granddad's junk says it's a term used when upsetting someone.
Welcome in, Duke and Wendy.
Who else I saw somebody else come in that. Oh, Duke Garage, 1978.
Sounds like a Mopar.
1978 is the year of my car.
Not this car.
No,
the brown car.
My car that I drove it. I drove to the store. They're talking about the amount you drive it, how many miles you drive it. You're talking about that on Mexican Spec today, and he says he only drives like 1,000 kilometers a year or something like that. I'm thinking, man, or it was 1,000 kilometers a month, I think he said. Well, I haven't driven 1,000 kilometers a year on my car. I bet that's about what I did on my car, because we drove it to No Name Nationals and back. I've driven around here some.
Main Street Mopar says I'm looking at a 108 LSA, 240 to 250 at 50 lift duration. Dynamic compression is critical. You know what? As much as I like to think that I know some stuff, like right now, I don't know what that is something that If you haven't already, that you should run by Professor P. Give him the details that we've discussed about your engine and your plans and your gearing and your uh, compression ratio, which pistons you're using, the whole thing. Um, and he'll tell you exactly what he thinks. But take it with a grain of salt. This is a guy who has access to that stuff like right now. It's all right. He can just pull it off the shelf and use what he wants. So of course he can pick the optimal perfect thing. That may not be the most cost effective thing for you, right? Like he's in a situation where he can get stuff. That's great.
Are you in Billings, Montana? Duke Loop?
Oh,
12
that's
inches
a lot
of snow. Braden says, hi, everybody. But Braden's probably up there getting a couple of feet of snow, too. Yeah.
Main Street Mopar's got an 18-spline Hemi A833 4-speed. You lucky dog. That's a good piece of hardware. It is not snowing by us, but Monday it's supposed to get super cold.
Yeah, we got another Arctic blast coming down. I thought we were done with this. Yep, Billings, Montana. He says, hey, way up there in Montana. We're in Middle Tennessee, so we're way away from there. But what do you got in your avatar? What is that? Is that I'm trying to see what that car is. Is that a Fox Body Mustang? I can't see what it is really. Trying to see that little tiny thing.
Is that where you want to make the first bend?
Yeah, that is this bend. So you have to make this into one of these without shaking my hand. We need to make that into one of these.
I think we can just put it on this, and once you heat it, it'll just bend.
Yeah, most people don't get Kiwi humor. Yeah, I get some of it, but then some of it just like flies over my head, and I got to ask him, what the hell are you talking about?
We have a lot of Australians. The algorithm, since we're working on this youth, the algorithm showed us to a lot of Australian people, and they found our channel, and now, so we have a
lot of Australians in
our audience. So
New Zealanders.
If you're new here and you don't understand that, I mean, that's just a group. We're not, but they are, and they're super cool. So
it says 84 Fox Body hatchback. Okay, I really like
some of your cool pictures again. Not everybody saw.
I really like Fox Bodies.
Oh, okay. He's got a Fox Body too.
He's got a Mustang though, which is what I wanted.
Oh, yeah.
So my car got wrecked, and it was a newer Mazda 6, and I just decided the insurance didn't really pay me enough to get what I had. So I decided I really wanted something older that would be, simple. Because I'm from back when things were simpler.
Because he's old and
I'm old and I like simple stuff. So, I was looking for a Fox Body Mustang, but they're worth so much money now. What they paid me for my Mazda was not enough to get one. The Mexican Spec had one in particular I really wanted in Mexico, but I couldn't afford that one either. So I started looking at Fairmonts and the Fairmont Futuras, the one with the little low top and the kind of backwards basket handle thing over the roof. Well, I found one. Actually, it's a guy named JB, not JB's Little Shop, different JB, one that's in Texas. He found one. There was a Mercury Zephyr Z7 in near Dallas, Texas. We ended up going and getting it. So
there's a video on our channel about our trip.
Your Ute is how I found you too.
Yeah.
I'm a Ranchero owner. Well, see, we got a lot of Mopar stuff around, but I've forgotten not anything really. Got Ford stuff and a lot of Mopar stuff. So there's Rancheros, there's El Caminos. I had a 57 Ranchero for a while. I had a 72 El Camino for a while, and I really miss those cars. And we had this 4-door Valiant, and I was thinking about making it into a 2-door and chopping the top and stuff. And then when I found out that the Utes from down under are they use the short doors for the Ute like the 4-door cars have, I said, oh man, that's perfect for this. So that's how we ended up doing this.
Main Street Mopar says Shane knows more than I do. Well, I mean, it's his job. He does it all full time. He's seen a lot of stuff. So.
Well, that's not a good picture.
Okay, grab a different.
That's the one I'm having trouble with. So I'm going to
I
bring
think you
this
can
down.
zoom in on that one. They can see it.
Yeah, but it doesn't come to, oh, it does sort of come down there. But as I do that, yeah, it doesn't center up nicely. Okay, so that just shows a cap on the back, a camper shell, whatever you want to call it. I kind of want to build one of those. So I was just messing around with, Photoshop and kind of stuff. I think I have, maybe I can go backwards on this.
Now, there was more stuff I wanted to say.
That was the other thing I thought about doing. But I was just playing around with this, putting a cap on the back of this thing. But, yeah, and there's the Down Under Safari, which we didn't get.
Stay there for a minute and let me respond to something. Ford Rules asked, who is Professor Pete? It's not Pete, it's P, just the letter P, like in Pete. And that is Shane Polito, and his channel is Slant Daily Garage. He works for Edelbrock Group. And on Wednesday nights, he does a live with Dallas Brown of the American Hot Rod Association. He's very knowledgeable because he works with Edelbrock Group, and they do cams and intake manifolds and carburetors. So if you have questions about that, and then what's Dallas's thing? It's not Oldsmobiles. It's
Buicks.
It's Buick.
Yeah,
if you have a question about a Buick, Dallas knows, and he's a smart guy. He has a lot of depth. But if you have questions about a Buick, that guy knows it. Switch pitch. If you know,
those two guys on Wednesday nights, they have a tech talk thing. It's a 2-hour live, and man, they get deep in the weeds. And if you want to know something, they're and they'll answer your questions. They're pretty good at that.
Main Street Mopar says, ideally, I would want more compression. Well, I mean, unfortunately, the only way to get it is buy the $400 pistons. I've looked at it. And then, I don't know what head gasket you're going to use. You could try and, get the thinnest, best head gasket you can find. But, you're splitting hairs at some point. The way to get it is the higher compression height on the pistons, which the set. You already know which ones I'm talking about that have. So, I don't know if it's in your budget. It's not in mine, unfortunately. But if it's in your budget, that's where you'll get the compression, is out of those pistons. The stock ones, they're just what is it, a tenth? It's a big number. So,
for those of you that haven't been here a lot or haven't been here before, that is an Australian Wayfarer, which is a utility vehicle. It's like a little pickup. It's kind of like an El Camino or a Ranchero, but it's on the Valiant body. So that's what we're doing. And this is Tavo's. He's in here. He might be in here right now. But this is Tavo's in Australia, and he sent us pictures, and he put dimensions on enough of the pictures that we were able to make this work, so we're doing it. And that's our sample right there. So, good inspiration photo again, yeah. So, okay, so I'm going to go back to this single cam, and we're going to figure out how to make one of these into one of those. Now, I drew that line there, but it's crooked, so we can't go, we have to, I suppose I could straighten that line out a little bit.
I think I can work with it.
Okay, so you just kind of hit in the center of that line, and yeah, you make it parallel to each side.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
And then we got to make this angle, we got to make this bend. Which way is that? We got to make that into
that. Ford Rules is going to bug out. That's okay. It's getting late. Thanks for hanging out and talking.
So, how do you want to do the setup on this, Kim? Just right in the center of this. Right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, can you get the hammeration thing? And
the hammer, and we'll make sure this presses.
It fits.
Yeah.
Oh, it needs more.
We actually might need to put it up a little.
We got lots of piston left.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's off center. Yep, you got it. Now, somehow. Okay. That's enough that I can catch up to. Now, I've got to have this here, so we form that, we form it to the same angle. So that's my sample.
Okay.
I'm going to light up the heat wrench.
Olive says, if I were trying to do this, I wouldn't try to copy the Aussie bodywork so much. The bed would end up lower, but the bed rails or stake bed things work for that. Yeah,
I have learned so much about these bodies
learned a lot.
that the side tapers down, but the pickup bed does not. So we learned that the hard way.
A little different. Duke says he doesn't have a GT, but he does have a 69. Good deal. Oh, and two 67s, a 68 and a 69 Ranchero. Oh, you got cold fleet.
What year Ranchero?
67, 68, and 69. Two 67s.
Man, all the good stuff.
He's got some good
the
stuff.
The 69s, I know exactly what that's like inside. It's got those 4-round gauge cluster things.
On Tuesday night, we do a picture show where we invite viewers to send in pictures, and we have a green screen in our studio on Tuesday night where we could show the pictures and talk about them.
We'd love
to see pictures.
We shrink ourselves down small so the pictures are big.
Well, kind of like we did but we have a green screen, so it's not. Yeah, but kind of like we did with the other camera. But it's not a good idea to do it. It's very distracting when we do it on shop night.
But we just don't have the equipment set up.
Done.
When we're doing that on Tuesday night, we're down in the house, in the studio.
We got more screens,
we got
computers.
Computers with screens and real easy to manipulate emails right up, stuff we get in the attachments and emails. We can put them right up on the screen and everything. It's pretty nice. And we look at cars, we look at people's cats and dogs. And, there's like Tanner's got cats in his shop.
Oh, yeah. Send us a picture of your shop, your cat, your
So if you got shop cats, yeah, we do that too.
Do chickens.
Well, I don't know about chickens. I guess we would. Somebody sent pictures of chickens, didn't they?
Somebody did, yeah.
Hey, Kim, I'm getting really close to. You got to get that hammer so that it's in the right angle. Yep. Are you ready? You're not centered on the heat. I don't know. Cooling off quickly. It cooled off too quickly.
Well, we got to start at it. Okay.
We got alignment issues.
It could work as a spa bath when parked if the gaps are right. I don't think the suspension would handle that much water.
Man, when I was driving a tow truck when I was a teenager, there's some guy trying to get up a steep hill out in California. He had an old Divco milk truck with a water bed in the back. He didn't have enough power to get up the hill. He wanted me to tow him up the hill. The guy that owned the tow truck says, do not do that. Because when he gets to the other side and he goes down the hillside, he's not going to have enough brakes, and it's going to be our fault. Let him sit there. Let the police deal with him.
Ford Rules asks, what's your budget? What's Buff's budget?
Zero.
Nothing. He has no money for more cars. None.
We work with the junk in the yard.
Come hard.
Oh, God, what happened?
And then lift it up.
Is this thing tight? No.
It's moving.
It is now, but... I think it's there.
It better be because it's cold again. Tooling? What is tooling?
Tooling, it's a chemical that melts styrene plastic.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know. They're suggesting we use that to adjust our octane ratio.
If you want, need to start a GoFundMe, Buff. You'll need a 3-car garage for the Del Camino and the others. Oh man, I would love to have a big old garage out here. I've thought about buying a container, like a 20-foot container or maybe a 40-foot container, because they're pretty much weatherproof. But that takes some money.
Yeah.
So
Where would we put that? Are we allowed to have that on the property, or would
with all this crap we got in the property and nobody's complaining, you think anybody bitch about a container that we put some of the junk inside instead of the junk laying all over the yard?
Yeah. What are you trying to say about this junk?
Well, we do have a lot of stuff.
Hey, we moved it all around, so you know it's not destroyed.
Well, it was impressive when we figured out that, what, 7 of them run?
That's pretty good.
They run.
7 of them run.
7 of them run. Well, that tow company I worked for, that guy had all old Ford trucks. This is in the early 70s, but they were all 60s Ford trucks. And some of them were older than that. And he had a homemade tow beds on them and everything. I learned to work with that stuff. So he's on the phone one day talking to some other tow company that's some distance away. And I'm standing there with one of the other drivers. And the guy that owns the company says, yeah, he goes, I have 12 trucks here. And the guy, I'm standing with the other driver. He goes, yeah, 2 of them run. That was absolute truth. 2 of them run.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. We need to do that. I don't know if the bend really needs to be that slow, but
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But we have to make it so the Z, okay, so it comes out like that. Okay, so I'll have this laying here, so I'll be able to figure that out. Yeah, and that's about where I want to put it, somewhere about where you have it. It might take a couple of tries and some adjustments.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to jack that down first.
Yeah, that's not close. You're using the wrong hand.
Okay, let go. I did it again. I did it.
Hey, I'm tightening it.
Let me loosen it a bit. Yeah, I know I messed it up there.
Okay.
See, it's tight this time.
Ivor's going to bed. It's 11:30 in Minnesota. Thank you for being here. Hippie Long says a 20 by 30 steel building in Clarksville is like $8,000. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get a container delivered for a couple.
So the problem with constructing another building is we need to have a place to put it, so we have to have a flat spot, maybe at least gravel, right? So that costs money on top of it, and then we probably need a permit to put up a
permits here aren't anywhere near as difficult as a place like that.
No, but there's more.
But you got to do it. Yeah, you got to do it. You don't need a permit for a container.
Kay Nelson says, I just tuned in. What are Kim and Buff making? We are making hinges for the tailgate of the Del Campo Mini. And they're made out of chrome moly steel. And we're using the press and this hammer to put the bend on them. He's got the torch to heat it up. And then it's chaotic from there. Oh, no, the jack's okay. It's just he didn't have it tight.
Yeah, I didn't tighten the valve, so the jack went way up when I didn't want it to go way
The
up.
real problem is we're not really paying that good of attention to what we're doing because we're paying attention to chat.
Oh, yeah, we've got ourselves spread a little thin here. Okay, Kim.
Okay, you got to tell me where the bead.
I know. Somewhere in about there. Just toward me a bit. Toward me a bit.
Keep going, you're not touching it.
No, I know, because I'm trying to make sure you're in the right place.
Okay, stop.
It's not enough.
You can't go any further. I have to change the setup.
Oh, you ran into. I see. We bottomed out.
Yep.
Okay.
Not, you don't have to let it up a lot. But
No, I know what I need to do. I'm going to let it up probably more than I need to because we're going to change the setup, so we need a little more work.
I don't know exactly what we're doing, but yes.
Setup.
The set. I think is this hot?
I don't know. Things down here got warm, and I don't know why.
I think you might want to put this flat with the space around it, maybe?
I don't know. We're pretty good at the setups usually, so.
I'm just guessing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Let's see what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'd like a 68 Thunder Chicken with a 429. You know who has that?
Is this the hot one? Where's the hot
No,
one?
that's the hot one. Okay. What's his name? Jeez.
Brown?
No.
That was hot.
Don't pick up the hot now.
Ooh.
You iron your fingerprints.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's hotter than I thought it would be.
You know, two hacks.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff with two hacks. He comes to No Name Nationals. He's got a 68 Thunderbird with a 429 that is now, what, a 512 or so? Or no, it's a 429. Or is it? I thought it was, it's been stroked or something. And that thing is fast. I mean, for a big, heavy car, that thing rips, man. Duke Garage, it's a distance.
Yeah, we do have a guy who comes from that far out west.
Yeah, do you know about Duke, do you know about the No Name Nationals and that whole event every year?
Oh, if you stick around, you're going to
stick around. You'll hear a lot about it. Okay, here, let me.
I think this will work, but we're going to obviously need more heat. Yeah, and you're going to have to check my alignment and the whole thing.
I got to tighten it. This isn't tight. I did it again. I didn't get it tight. Okay, it's tight now. Okay.
Okay, if I go any further on
then you won't be able to get the hammer in there quickly enough. Okay, I'm going to check this to see where we're at before I just go reefing on it. Okay, that's what we got to do. I'm going to keep this handy so I can check it. That's my check piece.
Uh-huh. We're doing okay. Barracuda had friends splashing their eyes with lacquer thinner? You got some messed up friends.
They do what?
I don't know. Duke's never been, well, it's a long way. Alleged friends, that's right.
Oh, something just set on fire. Oh, I see what it is. The label on that. Okay. I don't care about that.
Burn those.
That'll burn up.
Tim says he can't find the video of Jeffro and Dallas both with the wheels up. Oh, that'd be a cool shot.
Oh yeah, it's a 68 Thunderbird with a 429 that pulls the front wheels off the ground. He was there this year. He broke. What the hell broke? I remember he broke something. The first year at No Name Nationals, he didn't even bring it because he broke his transmission. And then he had it there a couple of years. And then this year he broke something again. Didn't he make one run or something? Maybe two. I don't know. I don't know what broke. Oh, and then the year before they had that that old front engine dragster there. That real almost.
Are you out?
No, I got it. I can do it. I want to do it because then I can see what I'm doing here. I'm almost too far.
Yeah, leave
Too
it.
far.
Let it up. I'll bet you it springs back just a little.
It might spring back, but I don't think it will because it's so hot. It didn't spring back.
Okay, here. Where's the pliers? I'll flip it over and it'll
Hang on, let's see what we got.
a little bit more.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
If I flip it over and we
Yeah, I'll just warm it up and we'll just press it out a little bit, very little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not lined up. If you turn it around, it'll line up. I think.
I don't know. I dropped it. I don't know where it is anymore.
Okay, there, that'll work.
I don't think we're gonna be able to push. Yeah. I'll use the flat.
Use the flat. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, now I don't know where the plunger is. The tightness, I don't know.
Here, I'll get it. You're using the wrong arm. I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing everything. Okay, there. Okay, watch out. Here comes the torque.
Go ahead.
And you hardly have to do anything. Okay, in fact, I'll get if you put that up in the, or hand me that after I get this hot, hand me the yellow thing.
I will.
Okay.
Go real easy.
Oh, put this back.
You're already really close.
Did I overdo it?
No, I think that might be it.
I don't know. The last time we had to do it more times than this. So.
Yeah, well, he said with airplanes, I was already.
You were looking over there, and I was already loosening. What's this about airplanes?
I don't know, but money is a tool to get things done. Oh, nobody said anything about airplanes.
Oh, I thought
Made
so.
that up in your mind. He's thinking about airplanes. He's got airplanes on. Oh, when we're working on airplanes, you say you make it, and then you make it again, and then you never have to make. Then you know how to do it. You never
I overdid it.
Really?
I overdid it.
Look at the other one.
I can see it. I overdid it. I know I overdid it. I can see it. It's so freaking hot, and I'm shaking and gee.
When you compare the two, they're the same.
They're not.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
You're gonna have to go right in that same spot. Yeah, like there. Okay, then I gotta pump that in. Just I get it. We'll just get the setup right, and then I'll heat it. But I don't have to go very far. Okay. You gotta move the hammer handle toward you slightly. There, like that. Okay. So ready to go.
Dean says I like using 5-cent pieces to open my clock's lithium-ion batteries. Okay. George Daly says I grew up poor. I've learned how to fabricate. Yeah, I tried a lot of things. I mean, I failed a lot of times before I got any good at anything.
The first airplane I built, I used chromoly tubing, and I bought a few pieces of chromoly tubing for the important stuff, but most of it was scraps that other people had. And I took bed rails and I put the chromoly tubing in the bed rails, and I welded them all together and made big long pieces. The bed rails were just like a V block that so I could make the chromoly tube straight. My first airplane, I had, I think, $2,700 in it total, including the engine. I flew it all over the U.S. Flew it from coast to coast. It's a little single place airplane. Really had a good time.
How's my angle?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Just, I think that's it. But I'm not sure, but I think that's it.
Check it. It's cold.
Those are pretty darn close to parallel.
Woo!
Okay, so now I'm going to heat it up for
Normalize.
to normalize it. Because this is 4130 chromoly, not because this switch needs to be that, it's because that's what I had. Talking about not spending money. I'm using the expensive stuff because I had it.
George Daly ate Drano once. Oh God! Don't eat. That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Pretty little kid or something like that. Accident.
It belongs to lots of kids have done that.
Yikes.
Barry Kudo, why did people attack you physically? What on earth? I'm so sorry. Most battery departments were open to be. You know what? I just realized. Yes, a lot of the little battery things
Watch
they
out,
have a
Kim,
point.
because this is going right where you don't.
I Olive, good pointer outer. A dime is the right size for a lot of the professional camera gear. It's more alarming in retrospect than at the moment. I guess sometimes things are. We don't realize the consequences of things that are happening until
Hey, Robbie's here.
retrospect. Hi, Robbie. Welcome in.
Okay, that's got to just cool at, and it's nice temperature in here for this. Just cool at room temperature, and that'll be normalized. It'll be somewhere around 90,000 psi, and it won't be brittle or anything. It'll be good.
I don't know that I'm going to do any more welding on that tonight. I think maybe I'd turn the welder off and call it on that.
Be careful because there's so much hot stuff here. We don't want to don't get yourself burned. Well, and you can shut off the welding gases on the torch too if you're over there. Hmm. This stuff's pretty good. It's my what is this, cherry pomegranate? Oh, there's little hearts and things coming up. Oh man. People are putting all kinds of hearts and stuff up here.
That's because they love us.
I didn't like that at first because it covers up the chat, but now it doesn't cover up the chat anymore. And I turned it on because I think YouTube might help drive people here, which would be pretty cool. Anything to bring more people in. I might like this stuff. And then I can turn this on too. Make the Studebaker flash. Tim says, time to call it a night. I'm going through my truck pics and videos from last fall. Have to wake up my dog. Hey, you're not supposed to leave here until the dog wakes you up. Or the dog wakes up and tells you it's time to go to bed. Very cool. Says, I smashed myself full force in the forehead with a sledgehammer once. Doctor said he thought I should be okay, but not to make a habit of it. Okay. I've done some dumb stuff. I've hurt myself. Barracuda.
Barracuda, were you look smaxing?
So I have.
Were you look smaxing? Were you trying to bring out your manly chin?
I've had.
Man.
I had a bunch of tubing fall on me one time. It was heavy tubing altogether, but it was in so many pieces that it never really hurt much. Oh, yeah, this is going to take a few minutes to cool.
Well, I think we're going to.
Actually, these two are a little bit different. They're the right angles, but one of them's a little deeper than the other. But I think that'll work out okay the way that tailgate's made. I think. I'm not sure. I really don't know.
They'll make it. Well, it's custom.
Custom, that's right.
Custom. You won't see them both from.
Tim says she's all curled up, staying warm. It's getting cold. 70 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
And it's going to snow tomorrow. Hey, you're up in the mountains. Be careful of that wind. It might blow you off the mountain.
I'm going to shut this camera down.
Shut the camera down?
This one over here, because we're not using it anyways.
Okay.
And got all the gas turned off.
Is Tavo still here? No, Tavo's still here. Did he leave while we were doing
I
all
haven't
this?
seen him say much lately. It's
I was going to show his car again.
Yeah.
That's my sample right there.
We're at almost 3 hours. Our requisite allotted time is only 2, so we actually put in some overtime tonight, guys. We did it because I wanted to get stuff done.
Something's stopping that. Oh, it's a clamp. Okay.
And I feel like we made we reached another milestone, as small as it may be. I got a little bit of welding done. I did do a lot of tidying earlier, so it's easier to move around. If you didn't notice, we're not screaming at the heavens for why is this place such a dump.
It's back home. I'm not a Yankee. I'm a Patty. Down here, we're all Yankees. What's a Patty? I never heard that term.
But you're starting new conversations, and
it's
time to end the conversation.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's hard to be done.
I was gonna let it go to the 3 hour point, which is what, 7 more minutes.
We don't get paid extra for going 3 hours. There was lots of great conversations. I appreciate everybody being here and throwing out some stuff in chat. I think we made some new friends.
I was trying to straighten the edge of an HQ Holden front bumper. I missed, and the hammer kept going.
Ow! Ow! World of wood.
Look at this. Gene Stevenson put things there that look like our tools.
Emotions.
Yeah, but the piece of wood and the...
Yeah, I think the fire's dying down, the torches are turned off, and it's getting...
We need to remember to take that heater back to the house.
Yeah, or else that heater in the kitchen's going to run real hard all night. So, thanks, everybody. We will be back on Tuesday night, as you may know.
Tuesday.
In the studio. What's our topic?
Tuesday night?
Is it ugly cars or some crap?
Ugly cars or some crap.
Is that what it is? Or am I wrong this time?
No, I got... Excuse me. I said it was ugly cars. But, of course, we don't care.
Well, they know.
If it's... You can send in anything that's not ugly. We'll show it.
I have to pick which thing we have that's the ugliest. That's our job between now and then, is decide which of our vehicles is the ugliest and get a picture of it.
George, you're part de Tomaso. Oh, because he's Argentinian. Yeah, he was Argentinian, but he had to leave.
The time went fast because it's fun. You guys really make the work move along. It would be grueling spending 3 hours making a freaking hinge all by ourselves. Actually, we're lazy. If we don't have the stream, we probably don't even come up here some days. But
so are you into? Are you motivated. Into? I don't know. Should I do a short or two before we leave?
We could if we wrap things up here shortly.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up, and then we'll. Maybe I don't even know what to do a short about.
We got the press right here and the torch and the
you
metal.
Just turn the torch off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try and get creative now.
Is there anything that is? I'm worried about all this hot stuff, and then we leave. Let's just make sure nothing's no sparks went anywhere. We're not gonna set anything on fire.
Well, we've got a couple minutes
after we leave.
We've got a couple minutes to do the shorts, and that'll give things time to smolder.
Smolder.
So.
All right. Kim
Thanks
wants to shut it
again,
down.
Everybody. We appreciate you being here. We'll be back next time. Check out Dougster Wolverine Garage on Monday night, or Dr. Art on Monday night, depending on who is more entertaining for you. And
where's my cursor?
Tomorrow is a full ride. There's Uncle Tony, Dead Dodge Garage, and Mexican Spec.
Oh my God!
So you could run the streams for like 6 hours straight if you need someone to keep you company or someplace to be. So I hope that everybody is entertained and finding things to do. He's typing in the buffdelcampo@gmail.com address. So if you want to,
correct?
That's correct.
Okay, if you got pictures to send in for Tuesday nights, there you go.
Scully and Smolder, yes. All right.
And then Dean's here, so after we shut this off, he'll go on and talk for 10 minutes. Put in finished and all these vertical. He'll go to the vertical mode. Okay, everybody.
Thank you, Wendy. Yes.
And I do watch that sometimes.
Good night, everyone, and
take care.
Warm.
Good night.
Talk